money goes in the mud.
Puta.
Creo que son 5 torneos,
Shiro tickets
6
here,
torneos.
site
Y de los 6 ganó
jungle.
4.
Oh, Shiro
O sea, si gana eso, ¿no?
clean onto Flame Seat. Now he can tuck in. Apex strides into the Orb's crosshair. Shiro collects another. They're looking all tied up with 5 alive. Again, you highlighted the absence of the deaths for Spirit. They're going to start building a nice little nest egg.
I think that's 2 very nice statement
8-8.
rounds from Spirit.
Y es que son vos 5,
Those
weón.
kills coming so
El mejor de
easily and
3.
feel untradeable.
El mejor de 5.
Robs had no chance.
El que
was
gane
caught off
3.
guard.
Where's this Tanir been?
Yeah, now this is what we've been looking for. It has to be this shouldering a responsibility now put on the
el
team.
mejor
Right?
de
He's not
3.
here, he's out for medical purposes. He won't be back until after Astana. And things have not been going well at all. This has been, by Spirit standards, an extremely poor year.
No, venía
Not that they
cepillado.
have been missing the playoffs in
Ah, yo me
every
acabo de
event. It's just that when you
levantar.
have Dom,
Solo
and when
oriné
you
y
have
me
these
vine para
experienced
acá.
pieces, we're talking
Yo
major
hice
winners at
popis
Dark Magic,
y me vine para acá.
Celtics, Shiro. You expect a whole lot more.
No mames, me estoy dando
Then turns to
comida.
the fact that this
Parece
is
que vayan al.
Magic's first opportunity as an
Segundo
in-game leader,
mapa.
still as a young man but an experienced one. He's
Voy
never
a
going to come
cepillo
together
y traigo la
quickly,
comida.
but the adversity
Interesante.
and the lack of Halley, with the guiding hand of Saltfic, a bit of a hot fix, has put them in good form.
Yeah, and it was actually his counterpart on the other side of the server that took to the social medias to discuss that he's glad he wasn't judged on the first 6 months of calling. He knows and acknowledges just how much of a shift that is for Magix.
I just think one of the keys is the tenacity of Spirit, this event, right? A lot of these rounds, we've been looking at it on Dust too, right? They're setting up moves for players. Like, Tanir has moves, it feels like now. Whereas there's been discussion, okay, it's just Don going in, or where's the flash work? We're seeing all the things that we felt are lacking for Spirit start to come to fruition. We already knew that they have players who can deliver. Shiro just searching against the eco.
Ay,
Good nade as well. Look at that. Solid.
ay, le quemó las patas, lo mató.
Not too shabby.
Está parejo, marica. Y le está dando pela a Spirit.
Ah,
His rifle doesn't get a
Es que
chance to play
Spirit,
the round.
marica, si vio,
So they were lacking
tiene el
those
mismo
open
equipo,
kills within the
pero
first
tienen un
half.
técnico diferente,
This is
marica.
3 consecutive now
¿sí?
that they've been
Este
able to
torneo
hold
viene con un
position.
técnico
It's been
diferente,
easy
por eso
so
ya
far,
se metieron a la
just from the
final.
level of investment.
O sea,
They can pop this one
el
out.
técnico anterior era como suave, no le copiaban.
Y le ganaron como que bien
A Falcon, sí.
¿Cierto?
2-0 le metieron.
Only 4 casualties for Spirit. They are looking extremely strong in the finances. And already starting competitive. Again, this is Spirit's map choice.
Oye, uno que decía
We wanna see it continue
que
on a
un
map-to-map
letrero de esos
basis.
que decía
It's one of
Dunk
the things when
Furia
you're watching
2027.
Vitality throughout their era is, well, they can come back
Porque
from
se
any
va
scoreline with any
Fallen,
weapons at any moment.
Sí,
pero
sí.
nada.
So you never feel like this team is down and out. And they don't look super
Nah, yo
disconnected
tampoco
today.
lo veo en ese
It's not one of
equipo.
those games where they're overstepping the mark.
El único equipo que puede comprar a es Vitality o Falcons, no hay más.
Picked apart without the trade potential. That's likely a call that
Marica,
Apex
vale
wants to
mucho,
change the
weón.
buddy system. We have to trade while taking this territory.
¿Quién es el que patrocina a
Window
Furia?
smoke highlighted.
No sé. Creo que ese equipo es de Neymar.
Ooh, fumble on the boost. Now
Furia?
HGs are going to find him.
Sí.
Here's ringing for Apex and Robson. Stubborn about this.
They might think they'll call it off after giving away the cues. Just left on the ledge for now, Rob, so will activate on the timing of his own design.
So he's gonna try and play on the fade, try and catch him.
Hey
Now
bro,
discount
thank you by
Robson's
follow me.
forced relocation.
Zontics was ready for that, so wise move there for Robs. 55 seconds, the reroute is now on the bomb over towards A. Apex and Flames
Ay, mi
already
plata, ¿cuál
doing
es
that.
tu
Disruption down the
problema?
low.
Mi
Looks like
problema es
he's
que me
getting back up to
gustan
go for the
todas
Lucius for
estas
now.
perras que están de moda.
Hombre, ¿y
Finish
Don
with
nunca
smokes and
ganaba nada?
flashes and a
Sí.
Molotov near.
¿Sí?
Puts
Sí.
himself up on the balcony.
Él ya ganó uno de
Well
esos.
timed. That's a
El año
35
pasado,
second
creo.
mark. This will just force them through the gray screen. 3 up the ramp, 1 through Palace. Robs on the lurk. He's so far away from this. It has to be A.
Es que este equipo le mete, marica.
Next to Apex as he lines up his util. He's going to be a disruptive force. If
que
he
era
gets that
malo, ¿cuál es
first, he
que era
can
el
get
Chopper?
many. Starts to
El
spam.
Chopper, pero es que el Chopper lo tenía ahí porque era el más de experiencia.
Profits, as does Dunk on the default
Pero
box.
muy malo, marica.
Disconnected from the
Era
play,
uno
and they
menos
need
prácticamente.
Oye, puta, es que este mapa Vitality lo juega bien, pero Vitality siempre que lo ganaba era porque cerraba de azul. Este mapa es muy CT.
The double digits by Spirit first.
Lovely play again from Tanir. Sure, it's a bit hectic on the fight.
Might be another Xtaz timeout. Lost bonus maxed out.
Gracias,
400
mamita.
into the next. You have this saved
De la
AWP and
comida sí me
AK.
cepilló
You might
ahorita.
buy behind it.
Oh,
Just
huele a
like
dragón.
they came calling in the first half, they had the same situation.
Pues que
3
eso sería la
guns,
derecha,
2
no,
upgraded
no vería.
pistols, they got it done. Can they do
Oh,
it
que
again
esas de
now?
pillaron les daba mierda
Side.
luego la comida.
They'll start with a
Sí.
boost for Zywoo. And Tanir is coming. Flashes in, he's got the vision, he's got the reaction speed. Shiro finding Apex though immediately levels things out. Apex can call from the grave though.
Magis va a 3 kills.
Retrievable.
Y como van a joder a este marica de Apes donde llegan a
Apex on the
perder.
jump spot has blocked Util.
No, lo bueno es que, marica, si pierden, es que es $1.000.000, marica, que pierden, weón.
Oh, high alert now. Zontic's still here. There's a minute on the
Okay,
clock.
bueno,
It doesn't have to be the finish. You've gone and applied pressure. You've spotted
Ah, pero
yourself,
esa gente ha
they've used
ganado
another
mucha más
smoke.
plata, weón.
So if you've
Todos
been
los
counting
torneos,
those,
yo creo que de los
just
últimos
not
10 han
relevant
ganado
for
por ahí
Zontic.
6, weón.
Donk's been left
Pero igual
as
tienen
this
mucho billete
sweet
ya
target
guardado.
over towards A. They are gambling on this
Yeah.
B site. Again, we're at the 55-second mark. The pack through underpass. Rop's top middle. And this is a tough position to clear, highlighted in the pit. Zontic searching forward in mid with a lot to do.
He's going to do a lot here. Necessary from Robs. Stops it from spiraling.
Magix is here in time, and they still won't know about Donk.
Donk, he's been here the whole time.
Well, they want to pivot. Robs is heading back T-spawn towards A. This is going to be a buzzer beater down to the wire.
Oh, running that clock down thin. So we're going to start his entry crawl, supported by Mezzi with that bomb. Robs through the ramp side. Donk lingers. Magix, if he just finds one here, they've got 18 seconds. They're taking their sweet time, and there goes the bomb. Spews out of Mezzi. 13 seconds. Donk crawls in.
Que hubo una ronda que, así que el público gritó para que un jugador de Furia se diera cuenta que había uno ahí.
Sí.
Y como no lo, como había un humo, pues el novio no sabía. Y entonces el marica de Cancelato apunta al humo y la gente gritaba, y dejaba de apuntar y volvía a apuntar, gritaban, marica, y disparó y lo mató, marica.
Se alcanzan a escuchar.
Marica, claro.
Mirage lost. That'll be 3 out of the 4 played in Rio so far. Guns have been juggled. Time will get himself an AK in hand. Mezzi will just take that Khalil.
Said any scoreline, it's going to be sooner rather than
One
later.
flash,
Now
well.
Vitality are to try and put themselves into a winning position. Map 1.
This is such a great sign for the grand final itself. Maybe not if you're a Vitality fan, you might start to get a little bit nervy, but if they can start with a map victory, we might get a competitive series here today.
Fumble on the strafe, wanted to start short side. Shiro will have to go through the B site itself.
Zontix is playing over towards A on this one, so the read being, if it's an A finish, Zontix, by nameplate Counter-Strike, may go overlooked. You can see him here highlighted on Sandwich. So Tanir, he'll be the first to take contact on A. Shiro's AWP over towards short. Doesn't look like he will get an opportunity to chip in. It's Magix aggressive over towards B that's piqued my interest. He paths back. The spam still alerts him to the presence of Mezzi. But it does look like it will be this A play. So Zontix, as long as Tanir kicks up a fuss, gets one traded, Zontix will have an opportunity to try and farm this multi. Plenty of smokes, flashes, mollies for this full A execute with all 5.
So much riding on this one. Or Mirage. Nades. Rain in. Clean headshot. Tanir converts. Flamesy goes down. Now Zontix baited in. They overlook him completely. Only the one though. Zywoo 2 on the entry pathing. Should have access to the plant as well. Oh, Spam does connect a little, but not enough. Donk's bullet, just the one. So allowed to replenish that smoke deep con. Robs opts for default box. Apex ramp side. Gonna try and delay with that flashbang. Nothing caught. Might be a Zywoo Donk head-to-head on this CT fight. Magix and Shiro crawling in from the stairs side. Nice from Zywoo. That's his third. He's taking control of this round. He's doing it on his own here. Now Donk, next challenge, brings him down. A 2 versus 2. There's a kid available for both of the CTs, but time is running thin. They need that headshot on Apex now, and he's
Caño lo
able to
mata.
provide it. Nothing for Donk. Vitality prevail.
Okay, that's what you want to see from your superstar. The world number 1, when the chips are down and it's looking dire, gets you a massive round. A triple kill from the Wu. And we make this a 2-round game once more. Great trade work. You can see
Sacarita.
Celtics. He gets activated there. He's just going to be
Mató
able to
como
mow them
4
down, but
segundos.
he's warding them away
3.
one by one. ZywOo, job done.
A hard team to put away.
Here's you, Hardaway.
Shiro into underpass. Flavor of aggression.
And Nezzy on the receiving end of this. I mean, he peeks this. He's a dead man. Shiro doesn't miss these. 3 members of his team up top mid, though. They could
Ya
have
abrió un tuyo, marica, ¿cierto?
¿Ah?
Celtics trying to ward them off of that. Active on the short side.
Sí, en tuyo donde puede estar. Vean,
Nada, esa gente son muy buenos, güey. Si se le tira la flash, no le tira la flash, muere. Oh, qué bueno. Oh, qué buena. Pero el pelo que metió, güey.
Robs knows they're active mid and they immediately spring back towards the A site. He's ready to catch you on this reaction.
Rob se tiene que matar al mínimo uno ahí, si no, GG.
Shows restraint. Doesn't give Robs what he's looking for.
Marca,
Through mid, it's
están usando
Apex
mucho
and
ya
ZywOo.
esta M4, pero es que es más que todo por las balas. Pero no es buena, man.
Donk's attention drawn and Apex he profits.
No, no puede ser. No, perdió la ronda.
Marica.
Y lo sacan de ahí y lo matan. No, ¿cómo pierden esa ronda, güey? Van a perder el mapa. Qué troles, marica. Trolearon. 5 contra 3.
And money on the line. No.
¿Cómo trolearon?
He needs to hold on to this.
Y era buenísima la jugada que hicieron,
Rise
güey.
into the next. Magic really needs to retain this, but another round where ZywOo gets a multi. Sure, it wasn't just him, but they stuck to their guns at Rops. Very well done. Takes that space,
Que
doesn't
ahora tienes
overextend.
bien,
Both teams so aware of the potential of the lurk and how it's going to function, but the gap was pipped. That smoke was a blessing. And Vitality, they reached 10. Shiro will be able to get another AWP if he's
Ya,
so
ya,
decides.
ya,
I think this
rondas.
would be a good time for Saltfic to
Pero es
call
que no
this.
entiendo qué pasó, güey. Porque no había ninguno en nada,
Magic's
marica.
going to be able to drop a rifle. They're going to be all good for it. CT side
Ujú,
by.
que no,
Don't you worry
aburrido.
about that. But it's late stages with the finances on the line. And there's that
Está
timeout
en vea.
first.
Pone acá
The
otra.
stand-in coach has had to call. Magic's been having a tougher time in this one. He's had some big performances throughout the run in Rio, but at the moment, just 4 frags. The B Cup, but also in-game leading in a grand final against the best team in the world in their home. I'm not talking about Rio, I'm talking about best of 5 finals. You threw in the flavor of aggression. You got the 2-man opening. From there, gave away a little bit too much. This was beautiful from Shiro. It's rare that you
Qué
see this
buenísimo
man
el tiro de Chiro.
getting stuck in.
¿Qué
and this was
significa-
open, right?
¿Qué
It
significa
wasn't
levantar el tema en la casa de los
That
famosos?
kill came in at a minute 18.
¿Cómo así? No sé.
So well done. Just from
Luego.
nowhere, 0 to 100. Vitality
Que supuestamente
snatched that
Alexa y
round away.
Debbie levantaron el dedo cuando estaban acostados. ¿Que, o sea, que quieren ir a culiar o qué?
In the first half, Tania with the
Será.
Tech 9, saving them on an eco with a Galil as well.
No, pues no sé, ustedes qué ven eso, yo no veo eso.
No, yo no veo eso.
Timeout is
Más manteniendo la casa de los famosos siquiera. Ay, quiero.
No.
Magic jump spot B Shiro.
Por los glitz.
Tanir goes straight through the ramp smoke. He went straight ahead of it.
De vez en cuando es cuando estoy muy desfachado que...
Well, bomb's going B.
Shiro's going to be there in time. Magic's an opportunity for him to find impact, and there's
Ay,
impact.
Rush Bay le van a empatar.
Down and out. Apex coming in from the short side.
Ay,
Second,
Apex.
Shiro's missed a shot. Flamesy drops into the side.
Qué buena
There's
flash.
some spirit here. One and done for Apex. It's Magic's again
No,
for
los frenaron, papá.
Flamesy needs the double. Can't hack
Los
it. It's
frenaron.
Magic solid as a rock.
Match point.
Hey, ramp play, all the information, the rotation
Punto de
comes
mapa.
stalled out. Magic's, just as I brought his name into the conversation, gets a triple kill. That stunted anything that Vitality were hoping
Ese
to
mapa
get
de quién
away
es,
with
lo
right
vi.
there.
Creo que de
Clear
Vitality.
orders as well. This is what you want to see, the growth of this man.
Lo mató de mierda.
Sure, he can be a troll in the interviews.
Ahí sabía
There's a
Mallita, yo
reason
como
they have
3,
promoted
4.
him and brought him back from the
A lo
bench to
tres.
this position. Tech9's for Apex
Le
with
tocaba porque no
Frenzy.
estaba matando nada, es que no está matando para solo 7 kills.
Up on the line.
Ultimate opportunity for Spirit. Start this grand final off
Pero
with a
bueno, esta ronda van las
declaration
importantes, Mary.
that you're
A
in
ver
it
si
to
mapa
win
de
it.
Spirit.
Ah, sí.
Magic saying, sure,
Bueno,
we're
igual
going
lo
to
que es
take a
Mirror,
nap,
si
but
dos
how
es
about
para
the
cualquiera.
first in the best of 5?
Ujú.
Ese mapa todo el mundo lo juega, entonces.
Después sigue Nuke después de este.
Might get that to near Rob's head to head once more. Action on
Lo que
mid.
sí es más.
Zontic
más
still
competitivo.
tries to block smoke,
Ver
actually
cómo juega ese
incendiary with
mapa
his own
así.
design. It's Apex with an opportunity, spotted on that bench
Es que es más
position.
difícil jugar en América, hay que jugar mucho en equipo.
Chip damage, smoke break,
Ay,
but
Dom.
nothing. Quick reaction
¿Cómo no
from
mata
Apex.
eso,
Look
weón?
at the mantle out of Apex. He's going
Es
quick
porque
to the
debe
gap.
haber hecho un spray, weón. Métele una
It's a
tapa.
short
Tiene
regress.
pistola.
Almost gonna force a decision. Zontic, are you going to stand? Are you going to bang? Decides to go forward, takes that ladder space, enables him to find answers towards that window position. It's a smart reroute. 40 seconds for Vitality to convert this man advantage and extend play.
We can see the gap is B, but Vitality have no way of knowing that. They're set up right now for what is likely.
Oh, Zontic just goes wide on window. Didn't understand the cut of the noise. Messi will punish and extend their advantage.
Still going to go into the stack by the looks of things. 25 seconds,
they
going up
are.
Conte A.
Okay, Tanir with an opportunity. Despite
Okay.
2 frags in favor of Vitality, now another. Magic starting to put up a fight. One hell of a fight for 2. But from the backstab, Zywoo will convert and take us to the final round of regulation.
Well, very likely this one spells overtime. Shiro can get on the AWP, but everyone else is going to be lacking.
Suena
one's
una
at the back
marica
and forth, and
que
Zontic,
me
he's
han
been
dicho apretan culo.
saving these timeouts. He's got 2 remaining, but only 1 round, so he can take them back to back if he so
Por cada
desires.
partida hay 3 timeouts.
This is tough now.
Sí.
They're the ones without the finances so late in the piece. The stack
Sí,
there in the
marica, van a
right
ir a
was
overtime
short.
porque ellos no tienen plata, weón. Se van a overtime.
See here, the buy mainly MP9 heavy. Tanir chips in with one as well.
Es una forzada, pero reforzada.
State of affairs, that's going to provide the type of range of fights. It might force your hand to play aggressively.
Es que ahí de otra vez se
There is the
pasaron.
map to see if you can capitalize on the
Ay, es que si fallan los duelos,
players, Messi and Robs.
y Maggi se mató
If
dos,
you really
weón.
want to try your luck, you could barrel up top mid with an island box molly. See if you're
Maggi
able
hizo
to get
5
the
kills en
MP9s,
2 rondas.
stopping the likes of Flamesy, Apex, and Zywoo in the choke.
Y el timeout. ¿Sí ve cómo le hizo el marco en la mano?
The discussion in that tactical timeout.
Ah,
This
Y
one
vio.
should spell overtime.
Neta,
¡Oh,
tengo-
no!
Shiro down. That was the best gun they had.
Ah,
With
ese man es muy
full
bueno, weón.
SMGs and the sniper.
Le quitó la única hijo que
SMG
tenía el
up close,
equipo.
though.
¿Sí vio, sí vio?
Be a fair fight.
¿Sí, sí, sí? ¿Sí vio, sí vio? ¿El público?
Tanir puffing up
¿Por
the
dónde
Ok.
disparó?
with the MP9.
Pero escuchó que gritó cuando le apuntó al cuerpo del humo.
Drops removes Donk. Tanir can't find the response. He disappears into the puff of smoke and now exposed.
Oh.
Long range headshot from
Ahí.
Tanir's MP9. Gets
Ah,
away with
no,
the
GG,
object
overtime.
early. Messi catches him just in time.
Pueden perder el mapa, weón, porque
A-side's there.
en las rondas
There's
azules
the
Vitality juega
taking,
mucho.
they're working it out now. Magic's low HP as well. Really does spell OT.
Eso asegura la papi. Me gustó.
Take a miracle on this MP9 from Sontix. It's unlikely Magic's as AWP can find anything. Now
Ay.
Zywoo triangulates Sontix's position.
Ay,
Down
ay,
to
ay.
the MP9 though.
2 versus 2.
Magic's ult
Estás
could have
muerta,
caught
estás
Robs.
muertazos.
He'll get across to Sandwich though.
Okay,
No tienen
gotta get
kick.
move on.
No tienen kick, tienen que
Everything
jugarle
stands
rápido.
against Spirit. Everything tells us
No hubo
this
plata para
is
kick.
going
No hay tiempo, no hay
overtime.
tiempo, marica.
Extra rounds required in the opening map of this grand final.
Ah,
Robs
GG.
ensures it. Just
GG.
Magic's with
No
no
hay kick.
kit, no hope.
Away.
And
Le dio la
overtime
pata y lo mató.
secured. Vitality, we said they're hard to put away. A demonstration before our very eyes. How tenacious, how difficult this team is to beat.
That's these late stretches that Vitality have pulled up to keep themselves in this. Into overtime, we're
Que
looking
me
for the
paso
magic
le
number
dio
of
6 güey.
16, but when Zywoo just dry
Smart que le
spits
dio
out top
insta,
mid
bro.
and takes down the rival AWPA easy as that. This round was always theirs for the taking. A little bit late, but a little bit messy.
Pero sí
but
metí uno yo
regardless,
ayer. Ya.
clawed this back. Flamesy, early in the tournament, said, well, if you take a swing at the king, you better not miss. Is that your chance squandered? Donk just staunch, hoping a fight comes his way. Not backing down from this mid control, but Apex.
Seeing this?
Such a gap. Tanir in sandwich. Where are the possibility? But Apex can't get the job done.
Born from Tunir. Oh, for
Ay.
Tunir gets another onto Robs. That was the entirety of their A assault shut down by one man.
Just hoping to get away with a double lurk there.
These
If you're
repods.
Apex, you're feeling you definitely need that refrag.
This is one hell of an audacious reposition. Peeks.
LOL.
Is having a time of his life.
¿Cuántos kills hizo usted? Ah, era 4K, era el Nace.
Wow. Such initiative on display. No one's told him to do that. And immediately put Spirit into the winning stance for the first round of OT.
Toma.
Messi, how many can say with the 45 seconds left on the clock? I think Zontix up close and personal. Going to make sure there's no way forward. So he starts to head back. At least the fake steps in the mix. Rejig the setup ever slightly, but with time dwindling now, as he doesn't start making some moves, he'll have no way of winning what is already an impossible situation. Dinkton dead. Zontix will confirm it, but that round's all about Tunir.
Ah, yo veo el 4K, es que no lo vi bien.
Palace undetected. Gets surprised by the fight, wins the duel. Rops attempts the trade, no chance.
Estaba encerrado,
Just keeps
1,
on moving. He's
Dos,
encapsulated
buen.
exactly what it is we've seen Spirit getting
3.
up to
Ay,
in
los
Rio.
mató los dos seguidos, baby. Al otro lo mató por sapo.
Ah,
Ja,
sí.
He knows he could have had an ace.
Qué
Still
bueno.
yet to see one.
Esa cara que
In the
hace.
playoffs here in Rio, only 4 in total from the group stage. Grand final would be quite the time. Knock again. Continuing to play with confidence. Flashed in, finds the fight opening, done and traded. This time, Robs gets his man.
This time, Shiro doesn't hit the jumping flames. Reveals the orb's position on the short side.
And Tunir continues to flow.
Look at him go. Messi, this time ready. Raring for action.
Once more, nameplate Counter-Strike, knowing that the A-lurk was elsewhere.
He's going to get into the site in time. At least Zontix will be able to put up a fight. Makes it across into sight. It's just him. This is the 3-man assault. Robs elsewhere top mid. Utah's going to start pulling Shiro's rotation. What can you do, Zontix? How much time can you buy? Molotov's going to flush him straight into Mezzi's crosshair.
Qué buena.
Over the top of the
Lo
smoke
saca de
dome.
la
Bueno.
agujera mientras el
Moving
otro.
immediately straight towards CT.
Juegan muy bien compacto, güey.
Well, now it's
Magic.
3 that he has to deal with.
What's he got? Flamesy. Mask
Pare!
by the smoke. Shiro's overlooked the potential of that
vio.
default plant.
Por eso.
Looking for a fight.
Hombre, estaba plantando, güey. Quiere hacer algo ahí.
Now Shiro fires off his shot. Nancy's holding for the push. Looking
Dispara
set to
otra vez, le da.
balance us back
A la
out.
caja. Uy, pero disparando no era. Uy.
Hoping a prayer on
Skill,
those
skill,
wallbangs.
skill.
Reloading brazenly in front of their face.
One more try.
Knows he's got the money for the next.
Oh,
hoping
yeah,
he gets
guarde,
a little
marica.
lucky, but no, Messi
Todo el rostro que va a
gets
hacer.
himself a multi-kill. 3 within that one, combining with Rops to tie things up 13 apiece. One more round in the first half of OT number 1.
Zyra's got the best mid spawn as well. Be picking up Shiro's AWP and trying to open up the round as he did in the first.
Solid stuff from Vitality not to rush it up for those 2 opening exchanges. Still using their nades, still being diligent, not just waltzing in, not just thinking they'd be able to bludgeon them.
He's trying it again. Shiro's going to be taking a more passive
Bonito
approach this time.
guantes.
Zyra just going straight
Sí,
across
esas
the tap,
chimbas.
so his objective is to
¿Son
catch
nuevas?
Zontix and his
Sí.
aggressions. Oh, and he was perfectly poised for it. Goes on.
Ay,
in,
lo
Magic with the
falló.
swing.
No es un
Zyra
robot,
opening
no
up.
es un robot.
Nice flash work. Look at it.
También.
Qué buena
Uy.
flash.
No, pero el spray que hacen, güey. El control que hacen de armas es muy bueno, güey.
They know Magix was near the short
Salieron
side, chips, he
cegaditos
found
los
Zyra
dos,
with another
Nato,
clear
muy
head-to-head.
bueno.
Robs versus
Ya,
Tunir,
eso
this
lo
time
mato.
Robs on top.
Yeah, you're not going to get away with
GG.
that play too often, are ya? Had a couple of
Sí,
moments
porque
where he's
sacaron
been able
2 de
to
rojo,
stick the
marica, y ese
landing,
mapa
but
muy CT.
expect it now, and as they continue this aggression, Vitality know the push will keep following.
Oh, needed more precision if he wanted both. Magic still finding one before Apex trades.
1v3.
Again,
Good
Shiro, a familiar
Chayo.
feeling for him, alone in the clutch. And Robs may have heard that. Yep, easy pick
Oh.
up. Vitality, the lion's share of the rounds in the first half of OT.
Yeah, well, this is where you
Por
feel that
favor.
there's a
Ay,
shift
no, no, pues que tenían el mapa ganado, marica.
had their chances throughout that
Papacito rico ese hombre.
match of regulation to get the business
Magis?
done. A very important double
Sí,
for
marico.
Flames.
No,
His own
Magis.
flashbang.
Que sí.
Flames,
Y
Flames.
que... Ah, ya se tintió el niño maravilla. Ah, GG.
Understandably so. When you were so
No
close
se
to
sintió
starting
porque
things
lo
off on the right
mataron así
foot,
clashado.
now you got to dig
Por el
deep.
timing pues se
Back to the
sintió.
T side, and your bedrock of rounds came from the pistol with the conversions. Once we got later in the piece,
Para o
Vitality took
Kendo.
over with the guns.
¿Verdad?
Ay,
Just the
mira,
con
está
molly
bueno,
there.
está-
Not sure how much it would have mattered as a smoke dropped in from the CT side to curtail any early aggressions.
Off on the short side and 25 frags so far on Mirage.
Safety first, they wait out the smoke, they come through underpass and they see that nobody lingers.
Zontix takes heavy damage.
Ush.
He's combined it with his bullets. Mez
Ah, GG,
locks
marica.
it down. The fact he's
¿Cómo
provided
pierden el
open
mapa, weón?
kills
Iban
of
12-10,
Bianca.
weón.
Ooh, that spells trouble.
A Vitality no hay que darle chance, weón. A Vitality le damos chance y chao.
Ooh. Gonna have to smoke break, but doesn't look like he's gonna catch anything. Robs will though. Look at that. Perfect timing. No trade available. Peeks on it
Oh,
to find
no,
Dom.
GG.
Qué bueno.
Disgusting. Tanir, it's a nice timing. He's had back's turn. He will drop in. Zai will react. Spam through the box. Doesn't find the frag. And now Flamesy and Zai were poised and ready to collect.
No, qué pela, marica.
Round 15. Next to Vitality's name upon the death of Shiro.
Juegan muy bien las maricas,
Didn't
la
have too many
verdad.
chances to put them away in regulation. The score read
Juegan muy
12
en
to
equipo,
10.
muy buenas.
But you did have chances. Now you're the ones who are going to have to draw this back and try and push it into double overtime. Shiro, absolutely no chance of getting this done. It's going to waltz out to his demise straight into Zywoo's AWP, and he'll take
Esa
it.
Julie está muy rica, bro.
19th, but it's Rops in that Rotterdam
¿Quién, Julie?
MVP form. Saves
Sí.
his best for the
Sí, es
finals.
bien bonita. huevona.
7 kills deep. It's the penalty timeout used now. Issues on the T side for all three of these being able to go bye for bye.
Bacano el
The
loguito.
reality taking on Vitality is now sinking in.
Anda perdida.
You had Tanir in the first half, Bayu out of a couple
Ya
of bad
volví,
situations, but now
cabrón,
you're not
¿qué
getting
más
into those
me da?
situations. You need to at least get into the site or find
Eso
yourself
galaco,
in
yo.
a trade scenario over towards middle, where then you can at least
Qué
play the
bueno, Alex.
rotations, because right now,
Crear humo en baranda.
Vitality
Asomarse en
are saying
matar de
no,
ratas.
and to close this, looking for round
Y el
16,
tratar de matar
they've
que va a
decided to
conectar.
bring out the double AWPs.
Todo el mundo quiere que le gane a Vitality, weón.
It's a perfect time to pull it out.
Es que ya aburre que yo soy de puta y ganan
And the
todo.
margin for error is slim to none. 14
Eso es muy
Spirit.
bueno, weón.
Opening
No,
kill
mira dónde
will
está el perro
really
ese.
secure it. Donk and Shiro out top mid, forced away by the incendiary.
Apex was
Great,
cleared there.
Apex, yeah,
Ay,
he missed the nade. Oh, he has fucked the nade, but there it is. The second door pass.
Mira, hay
gets
otro con el
defeated.
sniper, dos
Zontix
sniper.
was
No,
late to
qué
Alex
pasada,
throwing
weón.
nades to start off the round. He's only going to take that
Eh.
space back late. Rops jumped up there and took
No,
that
pues
early.
que mira,
Shiro
Robs va
waiting.
28
Marica,
kills.
Now that's
Sí,
home
está
for
con
Flamesy.
Torres.
The opening decision of what should be the
Durísimo.
16th.
He's massive.
Aló.
Durísimo.
Great. Smoke breaks. Straight on to Shiro. Rops halfway
No,
down
ya,
the road.
muchas gracias.
Can, and he will, the big game player, looking to be in a league of his own. Upon the lift of this trophy, upon the conversion of this slam, but this is just that first step. Nearly had the chance onto Donk on the jump across. A 1 versus 4 for Donk if he wants to see Mirage extended. Finds the first onto a willy-nilly push of the smoke. Zywoo secures it. Vitality. So hard to put them down. Spirit, 2 opportunities. Vitality seal it in overtime.
Eres una loca.
¿Cómo van a perder un mapa de eso? Si lo tenían prácticamente en el bolsillo, weón. Qué momentada, weón. Una rondita y se desborona todo, weón. Que son muy buenos, weón. Mientras empieza el otro mapa, voy a sacar los clips de ayer que no los hice.
Yo más.
Uf, bola de dragón.
Y
No, mentira, yo tampoco me he cepillado. Yo literal vine a una vez a conectarme porque me cogió la tarde.
Fatality. Ay.
Tang, 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 tang.
Jackson is using my config.
What? This is a private property. Let me lock in. Do you think that stealing is okay? With Dom's config. One of your players has stolen Dom's config. You need to ask for permission. Well,
Esa banana. I'm a nasty girl, I'm a nasty girl.
I did not consent to surveillance. Your name and employee number. Now.
Ese 22 de qué momento es.
And look at Magix. He's just too stunned to even stand up.
For the last time, no member of my team would ever break your mouse.
Me toca Ariel. Porque no me acuerdo.
Now that was a battle that had all the fixed sims. We find out that it's going to be Vitality taking map 1 of this grand final 16-13, but not after two back-to-back 6-6-6 score lines. That's 4 sixes, not just 3.
Another soul-crushing defeat.
Ah, lo hace como Brizzy lo hace. Brizzy.
Game in these playoffs also.
Yeah.
Feels like it's been a lot of stomps, but that game had everything.
Map worthy of a grand final, without a doubt. But as you said, Yanko, a little bit of a...
Supuestamente el 222, pero es que el 222 no.
Kind of labeled it coming into
No me
the
sale
game,
nada.
but the ticket into the matchup for Spirit was by winning Miraz, and they were dangerously close doing so. Being up 12-10, you think to yourself, okay, you can close it out. When they were leading 11-8 in the game as well, before Saivu stepped up massively again, I thought to myself, okay, Spirit, you've been the better team in this game. You've been the better playing unit, dare I say it, on a map like Miraz. So at that point, they deserved to win it. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter, because they couldn't close it out, and now they find themselves in a bit of a headache.
Yeah, and I think most importantly, they were playing to win, right? They weren't afraid to make plays individually or as a team.
Vernos si tengo
Play
eso.
the same way that we've seen them in the last
El
couple
de
of games
Mirage.
too. And Tanir was definitely playing with some bravado, maybe a little bit too much when it came to that overtime. You know, it's like
En la ronda 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. La ronda 9.
But then Rob's getting back towards the end of the game, and it was very crucial down the stretch. To shut him down, he was the best player on Spirit.
Se nota los,
Absolutely
el minuto donde hizo los splits.
Sí, pero supuestamente no en 222, pero no me sale en el 222, no me sale nada.
Yeah, he did a great job. You know, he was involved in a lot of different departments in the game, whether that being opening duels, which normally is not his, you know, strength. I think he won 4 out of 5 in this game. He was also staying alive, you know, later into the rounds and winning rounds in the middle of it, you know, turning around rounds where Vitality would be down 2 versus 3 or playing a 3v4. So in terms of finding impact in different
ya.
of the round,
Ese
was involved
es.
in pretty much all of it.
Es en ese
another great
Miras.
example, you know, that as I said, coming into it,
Bueno,
as well, there's
Sniper,
so many
es
different
este,
win
sí.
conditions for Vitality. Whether
La
that is
ronda
Saivu stepping up when it's
19.
important, whether that is Rob having a great game. Apex, from a fracking perspective,
La ronda
you know, he scored
19.
about in the semifinal.
Ahí
In
la
the
ronda
quarterfinal, he's been
11.
the second best fracker for Vitality in the playoff, apart from Saivu. So there's just so many different ways
Ronda
to get a
15.
W of your Vitality, and we got to see a lot of them in this game.
Apex was instrumental on the CT side, right? Because
Ronda
they were not off to a
17
good start.
en
They
esa
were down
ronda.
5-1, and you could see a lot of
Ay.
emphasis being put from Spirit towards that B bomb
Sí,
site, and
222.
Apex as the
Mucha verga, ¿no?
rotator, a couple of
Hago
times,
dos tiros
on the
buenísimos.
rotate, couple of times, already being there at the right place in the right time, was just able to have so much impact, right? To sort of deny Spirit to
Ahí ganamos
snowball
esa ronda
the first
fácil.
half out of control.
Some would say Apex
Oye,
should
me
be
maté
closed
los
for
dos.
Sundays. You know, at this point, I think that's
Insta.
all that Vitality really thinks about.
A bit of a sweet tooth, no?
Yeah, a little bit, something like that. Sweet tooth. Hey, no, I'm thinking overall though, like great performance here from both teams. I'm thinking
Marwo.
obviously, we have at least a good final. You said the point right there
Auper.
that we have at least a close playoff game, Jacob.
Ah.
We do have a close playoff map,
Marwo,
so to
me
speak, you know,
puse.
and that could be my word. We probably don't have to talk about it now. You know, we can still keep focused on Mirage and what happened in this
¿Y
game.
qué hago?
but
Vengo y
I
los
could
hago
be a bit
acá,
worried
así,
that this was
chill.
the one chance Spirit had of purchasing a way into the game.
Yeah, let's talk about some of those rounds. Let's start in the second half, round 20.
I think
What's
round 20
going
to
on?
me is where Vitality came back alive, you know, and I said it before, I'll happily say it again, Saivu, the way he's able to find impact out of nowhere is great. It's a
Yeah, got
relatively
away,
simple
yeah,
call,
get
of course,
away,
a little
yeah.
bit of pressure applied in middle. In the beginning of the round, you go into a standard A execute. Again, Tenir doing a good job getting the first kill. Not getting the second one, then you see
Entonces, ¿qué
Sanchez
hago?
getting the second kill, but guess who's
Duplico
trailing both of
este.
the times? That's Saivu.
Eso lo pongo
Also
acá
planting the
abajo.
bomb on his back, as
Eso
he
lo
was
pongo
not
acá
doing
arriba.
enough by getting the kills. Planting the bomb right
Vengo
here.
acá.
We'll give it a few seconds, and of course, Saivu will play it to perfection, getting a third kill right here. Maybe, I wouldn't say overextending a little bit right here, but finding another duel, getting traded finally after getting a triple kill, and he leaves the team in a situation where they can almost not lose the round. At this point, 11-8, Tenir gets the first kill. You have essentially a 5v4, you have a 4v3. I thought Spirit were going to win the map and win Mirage right here, right now. But again, Saivu, as we saw yesterday on Ancient as well, when they were playing Furia, he just comes up when it matters the most.
It was absolutely necessary for them to win that round. That was their first round on the T side, really, in the half. And I think also the round right after was crucial too, because that was still a close round. You know, not a lot of economy behind Vitality after that round win. And you go into the following round, Spirit with some aggression. You can see Donk wanting to get involved, right? Finds the first kill.
Espera que no quede,
Shiro
igual.
from Underpass as well. Hits a sick shot here. Now it's a 5v3, right? But if you look at it, Robs has already snuck out Ram. He understands it's a fight for him. And Robs is just so good at this. Like, he finds the space. doesn't know where it's and a bit of a lapse here from Spirit, you know, leaving everything open in a 5v3. Donk gets sandwiched from Connect. One more
Banana
time,
lanza también.
kill in back-to-back rounds. Sort of save Vitality, really, in a way. But that's just what makes them great. The composure under pressure, the calm under fire. Even though they lost 2 entries, they still have that calmness, right, and are able to get themselves out of a really tough spot.
That is the cleanest 3v5 you'll ever see from any team, you know. In the span of, what, 5 seconds, as you said, with Robs coming up, finding the space, clearly communicating to the rest of the team that now's the time to pounce. Turning around a 3v5 like that, you know, at that moment, Trace, that is what won Vitality the game. I know they only got into overtime and had to get the job done by then, but they would have lost had it not been for those 2 rounds.
Yeah, especially in that round. I mean, what, 11-9? You need that round. You need to kind of make that effort to maybe avoid overtime if you can, and if not, just to secure it at the very minimum. And if you're Vitality, you've been in these situations before. You've kind of faced these demons over and over and over again. And I don't mean the side of Donk and company joining the server and not missing. I'm simply saying, like, the idea that Mirage itself has given us a pretty good feel.
Yeah, but I think also what's important is the manner in which Spirit is playing. They haven't fallen off. They're still going for plays. Tenir is still playing well. If anything, I mean, Donk was average this map. If you just got a little bit more out of him, that one round, perhaps, right, it could have been enough in the grand scheme of things. Give us something on some of these other maps, because they have the quality to do so, and they played well to kick things off.
I think along those lines, it was more Vitality playing well than it was Spirit not, you know, living up to any sort of expectations. I agree, they played a good game of Counter-Strike, and with the level of Counter-Strike they played in this game, they would have been able to beat pretty much any other team at this tournament apart from Vitality. That's the issue, though, their opposition in this grand final.
Entre el computador tengo que subir.
Ever since they
Toca
entered
acelerar
the
la
playoffs, it's been
potencia.
a complete different team from what we saw in the group stage.
And for Vitality, this feels like home. For Spirit, also feels like home. Especially when you go to Nuke and you start on your CT side.
We haven't had any games going to the third map, so we finally get to see it. Now, is it a good pick for Vitality? I think it's one of those where I could have, wondered whether you want to go with Nuke first, or you would have even picked Dust 2, or you would have picked another map, or Overpass for that matter as well. I think they go with Nuke because they feel comfortable on the map. It's a map they played a lot. It's a map that they're willing to go up against and start on a T side as well. So if I'm Vitality, the way they approach it with 8 always being active in yard, always being active pretty much all over the map. You described it earlier as well this tournament, Yanko, having Rupture that position. He's probably the best in the world at doing so. Gives them a great sense of balance. And then Saivu, who with the AWP, particularly on the CT side, always finds impact.
I think it's also a matter of Spirit has had their struggles on this map with this current iteration of the roster, and perhaps somewhat of a curveball from Vitality. I mean, this is the 4th different map that they pick in this tournament, 3rd different map in the playoffs, right? That just tells you how deep their map pool is, how versatile they can be, and make it very difficult for their opponents to sort of predict where they're going to go with the veto.
You've been advocating for Rups, a couple of times, playing Nuke being the most annoying player probably to go up against. His average rating T-side on Nuke for Vitality the last 3 months is 162. That's the amount of impact he's finding T-side on Nuke. It is outrageous. You add in that Saivu's average rating on the map overall is 1.50. You have 2 of the best individuals in the world at playing Nuke going against Spirit, as you said, who's been struggling lately. I see this as a pretty clear-cut favorite heading into it, and it's going to be tough and require something extraordinary from Spirit and
trying to play the game you just came from?
Yeah, I think they have to keep being fearless, right, and try to take the fight to Vitality. Don't let yourself be discouraged by the fact that you lost a close game and you had, map points on Mirage. Just, it's not over yet. Keep your head in the game.
Yeah.
Vitality Spirit. We're going to go to a quick break so we can jump right back into it. You are watching the grand final. This is the Intel Extreme Masters, and it is Rio de Janeiro 2026. We got Vitality Spirit ready to jump back into it after getting some rehydration, which I invite all of you to do at home as well. We're going to go to a quick break. BRB.
Háblale.
Placement matches set your starting point. Face It rating measures your impact as you climb. The soft ELO reset narrows the gap between the highest ELO players and the rest of level 10. Your starting point will be based on your recent ELO in activity. We're introducing Face It rating, so you can see exactly how much you stack up against others at your level. Face It rating measures how much your actions have increased your team's chances of winning the match, taking into account the full situation. Season 8 launches April 22nd. Good luck and have fun.
¡Ay, la bomba! ¿Qué de eso le pongo el de la sniper? ¿Ah, Cristian?
Sí.
¿Qué texto le pongo al de la sniper? Hace un texto iniciando. Acá.
Oh, I don't know. Marlow Cook.
Marwow. Se me perdió el que me gustó. No, eso no es.
Nice try.
Se me perdió, sí, de puta. Ah, este. Porque sale rojo bacano. Eso lo borro y luego el rojo. ¿Qué le pongo en el rojo?
Extas, can I grab you for a second? Map that was your weakness goes unpunished. Why do you think that this is kind of your weakness throughout this event so far?
Because so far we did a lot of stupid mistakes, mate. On CT today we didn't execute properly what we wanted to do at the beginning.
Saivu, one hand.
Window smoke, it was not on purpose, etc. So each time it was just to fix and basically play what we wanted to do. And then it was close game, and I'm happy we finished.
exactly that slow start I want to mention. I want to praise you for your pauses because you stopped the road at that 1-5 scoreline. Can you share a little bit what you're talking to the guys during these pauses? Is it more like a pep talk? Is it adjustment in strategy, or is it emotional support? Like, what are you like bringing up throughout these pauses? Because they're super influential.
The first was an adjustment, and the second is just to wake up call because it was 2 or 3 rounds. I don't remember exactly. Buy and small buy, and basically one mistake all the time. One stupid mistake actually. So and then we were going down. So I wanted to to step up, to have a good communication, to take their time, to execute properly well what we have to do, and we did.
Thank you so much for the see you on Nuke.
I'm here at the Intel tent with our friends Intel and Acer Predator, where over the course
Cuánto
of this
falta esa
weekend, there's
habladera.
been plenty of excitement going down. We already gave you a little bit of a peek behind the curtain as to some of the signing sessions going down with the top players, but I would argue this is even more exciting because you get the opportunity to play on some of the latest and greatest gear. And luckily, I've got an expert to tell me a little bit more about it. Fi, I'm sorry to bother you mid-round, but I'd love you to give me a rundown of exactly what you're working with here.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm playing on a beast of a machine. It's the Predator Orion 7000 PC, 5090 inside, Predator Cyclonex cooling, literally everything you could want to play high FPS Counter-Strike.
Of course, it's not just that. There's plenty of new exciting things coming in the very near future. Matt, tell me a bit more about
La que
it.
no lo joden por poner el nombre de él.
Me pongo una, me ponen una. Si me tiran hablar, se cagan en el
Ahorita le llego en esta una demanda.
Oh, para que me
So keep your eyes on it.
It is an absolute thing of
Solo
beauty.
dos
Thank you
tiros
so
dio.
much for your time. I can let you get back to the
Porque
grounds
ahí
and
los
we
otros los
can get
mataron
back
ahí
to
en
the grand
CAD y
final.
los mataron todos, no. Mate más. Pues les abrí la ronda yo, ¿qué más quieren?
No, bueno, que esa vaina, chico. Solo 2 kills. Desde que te había hecho Alex.
No. Ya
Spirit really have their work cut out for
Apenas
them
me
now.
vio.
You're dealing with a cohesive vitality. Every individual masters of their craft.
Vitality.
They survived the
Pero
test
de
on
puta,
Spirit's
eso
map
no es
pick.
nada que actualizan.
Rob's playing like a man determined to make
Si
history.
se demora, pana.
Up next, Vitality elect to take us to their turf of
Va a
Nuke.
empezar el partido y nada.
We haven't seen Spirit play so far in Rio. Last outing, a loss to Mongols to eliminate them
El
from
24,
Rotterdam.
23, 22, 21,
So a couple of
20,
position
19,
changes here in Rio.
18,
¡Hacele!
More in store.
15,
Right out
2,
together. Was
9,
undefeated
8,
for Vitality so far in
6,
2026.
No, amigo.
The loss
No,
to
amigo.
Falcons, the only
¿Estás corriendo o qué?
on the
3,
record.
2, 1. Let it go. Let it go. Let it
Bueno,
go.
esto ya.
In map number 1.
Esto ya. Falta esto.
Inevitable feeling. These are Vitality's gold bars set back here.
No, pues toca ahorita en una pausa.
We head to the southern hemisphere. Who can stop Vitality? Many thought it would be a slam dunk for the Grand
Ahorita
Slam.
empezó Spirit de azul. Este es el mapa más CT que puede en el
Was
mundo.
limited. Maybe it's futile.
Bueno, ese one.
Top pomp set up at the ready. Door swing
No,
open. Molly
papi, los
goes in.
tienes, pero.
Tania
¿Qué
taking
haces?
that fight.
Oh yeah, medium. Tough block by Tanir. I think that's countered it. Beautiful. Yeah, works out for Shiro as well. Gets that opening frag onto Flamesy. Cyril, however, just the one. Takes him off of Hut, but Tanir again with impact. It's Mezzy right back in kind. He finds the double kill. Things will slow down as Apex and Mezzy can relocate. They have info onto just Mezzy. Apex an unknown entity.
The fact that they're split right now, you have to play for info if you're Spirit. You can't really commit to these fights. So Magic says, hoping to shave one off the pack, but as the time continues to tick, he will have to consider outside at a certain point. You see him now pivoting, worrying about exactly that. And at that moment, the door swings wide open. Vitality waltz out silently, secure this top site, and in a moment, plant that bomb. You see planting Heaven side. Apex behind single, and now Magic's up Heaven. It'll need to be Zontix up the vent.
Are they unarmored? Apex and Mezzy, neither of which has the additional armor. Body shots could be lethal.
Porque ninguno está
Mezzy's not
viendo
looking. A
cielo.
clean headshot doesn't matter. Now into the clutch goes Apex, springs in.
He heard Zontix, he knows where he is.
Knows exactly where he's coming from. Doesn't matter if it's a head
Aló.
though. It's just going to be a battle of wits. A battle around the site boss.
Ahí le envié la ubicación ya. Por el pico bajo, por una de las tiendas del Paisa. Olímpico bajo.
That's when Magix activates. If you're two players on the top side, if you hear a player ramp, you don't think someone's going to start peeking on their own. He's very noisy running outside. Even with that Apex position, potentially hurt him.
Por la ruta de las bucetas, ajá. Es por la ruta de las bucetas, bajando por la Manuela. Sí, baja por el colegio ese que queda por ahí, pasando la bombonera, que es un colegio por ahí. Ya, ahí viene el pie y ahí queda una tienda esquinera. Ya le envié la ubicación, queda en una tienda esquinera.
Oh, it's a nice pop flash, completely nullifies Zontix, loses
Bueno, pues.
forced to turn tail, tuck into the side, but they're coming. Support alongside as well. He's got Donk, early start down here. Zontix connecting, as is Donk in combination. They've completely nullified Vitality on that second round. Nothing to celebrate for Vitality.
Well, that's not the way you'd hope the Force Fighter go. You need a little bit of resistance.
¿Me chuo qué?
The fact that you've got absolutely nothing done. Of course, it's the eco.
Ay, me da como un desespero ver gente mechuda, weón.
Ya le da desespero ver a las lesbianas.
Marica, es que la que no le pica la cabeza o qué, weón. Venga, yo paso 15 días de sin peluquearme y ya me siento fastidiado, weón.
Usted por la que tiene está acostumbrado al pelo bajitico.
But Spirit is still bringing the fight. This is the best they've looked in some time. Definitely the best they've looked with Magix as the in-game leader.
Yeah,
there might be some concerns for Tania, right? Well, first grand final.
Sure. The first couple of looks of Magix calling the shots, it was less than pretty.
Yeah, but I think it's just the attitude shift of the whole team. It's not just his calling, right? You need everybody to complement each other. The comms need to be on point, and when the comms are on point, you're playing off of each other, right? You're flashing. And what also builds that is ideas, having moves.
Qué mal hecho ese puto reel, man.
It's also about trust. Trust is such a theme in these best teams. It's every player knows his team's got his back.
I think that's the biggest point as far as Vitality are concerned. We could talk about,
hang on, Zywoo's nailed the first and threatening on the second. Donk versus Zywoo, AK versus Deagle. Donk's done well. 3 kills deep before Flamesy finishes what Zywoo started.
Anything more to be said here?
Yeah, that was his opportunity for Robs, lingering in lobby.
Magix
with a peer in towards the squeaky door, confirms his location, but he oversteps the mark.
The bomb is outside lobby, there's 25 seconds. They need to move right now if they want to pick that up and give this a chance.
Perder la ronda por Echo.
He's going to grab it at that point. Now there's sub 20 seconds.
Okay, so Zywoo's
so unlikely.
Gonna have to come in from the main side. Maybe Tania gets caught. He tucks into the vent at the perfect time. It is just Tania here, and Flamesy lazy on the back. 2 headshots, instantaneous deletion.
Siempre hace eso, siempre le pasa lo mismo.
Mira, con el resto jugando con una bandera de Brasil, ve.
And they weren't able to salvage the AK.
¿Será por el de Furia Fallen?
He's turning into the showman for the Spirit roster. Most of their personality is displayed by their output. Tania, he's got the smile on the face, and he's happy to pound into the crowd. Now the gun's equipped. Vitality right for round number 1. Shiro gets his AWP. Jacob discussing the prowess of Mr. Cool, who had a fantastic first map of play on the T side of Nuke. It's a tough job, but one that he makes look easy. All the smokes.
Such a heavy investment of resources. You're going to be making a play around this. Smoke break sets up Shiro, but they take cover.
Esa es la ronda ya
well
importante.
A second this time. Donk trying to set him up, and
ay, no puedes fallar eso. Ya Zywoo.
And using the smoke as well. They'll quickly move. Flamesy's going to catch the back turn here. Spots him on the top of the shot. Easy onto Magic's. Tenay.
Ah, son muy buenas, marica.
Huge on the entry. Just Zontix here coming in from heaven. Rob should
Son
have
muy
his
buenas.
number.
Sé lo que me arregla la puta arma
Off
azul.
of that goose egg.
Okay, Flames inside were there, just the can opener.
Puta, le dio headshot y no lo mató, weón. Qué rabia eso, marica. Cállate la jeta.
And for Donk, that gives him something to be concerned about. I understand that wasn't the opening exchange. This one right here getting.
Y le metió el headshot otro por sapo.
Donk still has to worry about the slip through those smokes in a credit. Are they going single?
A mí sí me da rabia que uno está disparando por el país y falta el sapo que atraviese.
Sure, it's the hunt door and squeaky, but as soon as main becomes a problem, you're having to help Yard. You're considering all the comms, and now your money. It's not in tatters, but this buy, it's not pretty. An open and M4, complemented by a couple of MP9s and a 5.7. The fight early necessary for Spirit. They have to be able to try and bounce back in rounds like this. We know Vitality can. Spirit need to be able to do the same.
No, ese mapa de matar entre los humos es una locura, güey. Ah, se mantiene. Aló. No, es más arriba, o sea, es antes del polideportivo. Es la 23-10-31.
Might be the save at this point. There's only so much you can do there if you're Zontix.
23-10-31.
They're going to hedge their bets. Donk, he wants to take the fight.
El polideportivo queda atrás de la casa.
It's a feast or famine position.
23-10-31.
One man versus Vitality. And now his position.
Año 23, número 10-31. Sí. El polideportivo queda atrás de la casa.
At least not those two. Just Shiro's orb to be brought through to the next.
Rops may have just opened the runway for him. Is he considering this possibility? Shiro just parks up in lobby. Rops goes onto the roof. So there is a slight chance that Shiro can worm his way in towards T-spawn and retain this. It would mean that Rops would have to not be as diligent as this man is. And
Marica, qué fastidio cuando uno hace un domicilio y no saben llegar, marica. Ush. No sé qué domiciliar es más tonto, weón. Nunca me ponía en problema y esta gonorrea no he podido llegar. Me han llamado ya 2 veces. ¿Sí de qué cada jugador tiene un libreto?
Lo que tienen que hacer, las posiciones.
Sí.
Que gonorrea, ¿cierto?
Todo preparado, marica. Por los que ganan todo, marica. Pues, marica, por eso les pagan, marica, para trabajar, weón. Y se lo toman en serio.
This event, they secured the most top 4 placings in consecutive fashion of any team ever.
Ese Doppler vale harto ese carambi, weón, por el color verde. Pero está un poco pelado.
Every time we see this team in the final, talking about the accolades, how stacked the trophy cabinet is.
Estos maricos son como robots.
Each and every piece of this team. There is still a debate. The quieter it gets, but it still exists. Is it Vitality the greatest of all time, or is it Astralis?
Yeah, Flames even taking to the interviews saying that we want there to be no debate. Well, this ESL Grand Slam, another one for Vitality, will certainly bolster the conversation in their favor.
They'll be the only team to have accomplished that. And then to be still running the rest of the season as clear favorites, head and shoulders above the rest of the pack who now playing musical chairs. Roster changes left, right, and center.
No, está mejor a Pets. O Messi.
Just made changes.
No,
the pieces continue to move, and Vitality continues to win. As this eco, 30 seconds remaining. Time is the issue, but with Messi, they light up the scoreboard down towards B, and they'll get that bomb down with ease.
You managed to get yourself an AK-47.
Yeah, I think make sure that you get that in Doc's hands to the next, right? We know just how wicked he can be.
Más pintas, Creo que, pues...
3 rounds, T-side.
Y Rops, hermoso.
Nicely. Just talking about that run, 6 straight before losing to Falcons here.
No, Magis, yo me quedo con Magis.
All of those outings, single-digit stomps. The closest was a 13-7. Right?
Es bomboncísimo.
Puta, ya me están escribiendo, le digo que no puedo abrir el juego porque
And they start on the T side when they pick it.
They're dealing with teams like Fury and Mongols. in there. Bows. This one now is
El
confirmed.
gordo tetón.
You look at last year, back-to-back majors, 7 straight titles, 30 consecutive best of 3, best of 5.
Esto me está llamando a alguno, wea.
And the Grand Slam that they were
Hello.
able to pick up down under. Win in Melbourne over Falcons. Definitely a final to remember.
En la tienda esquinera ahí al frente. La tienda esquinera ahí al frente azulita.
To the day later, it's only a week. It's
Sí,
a
sí,
week
sí.
difference. It's almost their anniversary. If they're able to do it again,
Sí, sí.
right now in 2026.
Ahí esa misma padre dice que
Three
por Barley hizo.
trophies, they're looking for the 4th. Krakow, Cluj, Rotterdam, Rio up next.
El país,
The
acá el
World
país.
Tour on display. This record-breaking excellence continues. We're just going to sit back and enjoy it. Matt Donk, AK in hand, back into the guns. Then you stop the run.
Súper, gracias.
¿Mi reina? Sí, mamita. Gracias, mi reina.
Por
Fucking hard, right? Gives you so little room to move
¿Ya llegó
your
la
top
comida?
that you don't even know.
And
Ay,
it's,
que
and
no.
it's so sound cue based as well. You give him
¿Qué
an
había
extra
pedido?
sound cue, you give him that extra
Yo
step,
pedí un
and
arroz
he's
acá para la
gonna
casa,
drop
un
into
arroz
the
chino.
floor, he will profit, and he will punish.
See now, popping out the second wave of
Oh,
smoke.
here we go. He's just caught a little bit of a window of opportunity, but Magix will catch him. It's info though. Spots 2 towards the hut position.
No han pedido tiempo muerto, ¿no?
I need to gravitate
No.
back towards lobby now. Mezzi has the bomb. Apex coming over to join. Zywoo not too far behind. It's Flamesy who needs to make some room outside.
Consider that room made.
Yeah, now it's your options. Okay, do we want Flamesy to come back late for a top hit, or do we want to just try and split B? Flamesy can go down secret. They're aware of the possibility of the slip. Zontix announcing that by blowing off the double doors. How far behind the rotation do
llegó?
they think they are, and how many bodies do they think Vitality have committed to this?
Háblalo bien o no.
Ramp is not open.
Sí, sa.
It's Donk, who's now starting to fortify this. 30 seconds.
Es que eso sí da rabia, cuando tenían a un pelo, con.
Peeks on in, nails it onto Zywoo, finds him for first and looking for number 2.
Ah, no.
Apex too quick for him. Darting down to the B site, light on time. They've got 17 seconds. Flamesy still unable to find Zontix. Process
Y que Rox está.
He's in dark. Just in time, they clear him. Vitality, opportunity to plant with no response available. Down the vents is Cheeky. Taneer coming in from the Ram side, hoping Magix can find something on this flank. Attention drawn towards the Ram side. It's Flamesy versus Magix. Tap from the head, nice from Taneer. Magix onto Flamesy, just Mezzi in the clutch. He's got to find that second one. Shiro's there, and Spirit will make it a 4th.
Well, Zontix
Se partió las patas allá, marica.
position. He needs to get at least one. It doesn't matter in the scheme of things. They're able to retake in that 3v3.
Marica, es que si Vitality gana $1 millón, digo.
Ups the pressure. So well handled. It's another
Porque es el
round.
campeón
You
de
get
todos los
what is
torneos, marica.
essentially a free
En
opener.
Grand
It's
Slam.
the timing of Rops on the hut push. Magix.
Y si Spirit le gana a Vitality, le dan $100,000 por, sabe,
A
más.
great shot from Taneer to open the way up for that retake.
Como incentivo para que eliminen a Vitality.
Now they need to establish themselves with
Ay,
a round
loca.
on this CT side. Consecutive is mandatory. Mezzi, fast hut.
Yeah, how quick is he going on this? Punishing that absence of the incendiary early hut.
Shiro
Flashes from
was
the roof
just
and
here.
go.
He just rotated away. Shiro to help outside. There'll only be 2 on A to deal with this.
He's going. Walking straight in. Perfect off angle occupied by Magix. Taneer from the hut as well. Shuts down Vitality. The door.
Sí, es lo malo de esa puta M4. Uff, la casi insta, güey.
Nice clean headshot. An opportunity for that multi. God, that got close. Zontix saves them in the 1v1. He pulled that 1v3 rapidly into 1v1 territory, and it's Axtaz on the mic.
Great showings by this top defense. They've been called upon. Sure, it was a Rops lurk.
Ya no voy a terminar de decir
But that one right there
de
was
que
a
no lo he
full
subido.
assault. And both players in that A site had to deal damage early. That gave enough time for the
Lo tengo mal
rotation to
hecho
get
ese
there. The top
perro.
side
Pero
turned into a
dale un
blender,
pinch
and
porque ya
Magix
cuando
and
lo
Taneer,
digo.
they passed the test.
¿Cómo?
Very important that they're
Dale
able
un
to
Twitch porque
convert
ya con
those,
los
but
replays.
Xtaz, before the finances are
¿Cómo así? ¿En YouTube tiene delay?
burnt through, wants
Sí,
to get on the
tenemos
mic. They get
replays,
2,400 lost bonus into the next. The full investments are there. They actually have a bit more cash than maybe Spirit would be hoping for. If they get the bomb down, it could be another buy. So maybe not to be the partial on the
Pero es que en
follow-through.
YouTube se ve mejor, marica.
Another technical timeout has been called. You can see here.
¿Ah?
Yo no me quedo como se ve en Twitch, a mí se me hace que se ve bien.
¿Estamos atrasados?
Vea, ese estaba en pausa técnica.
6K yet to buy. He won't have any issues.
Esperar. Un poquito más
Same kind
adelantado.
of
sí va.
story of Mirage. Spirit putting
Yo
up
estoy
a
viendo la
valiant
repetición
defense
ya.
here.
Sí. Sí, va como 10 segundos más adelantado.
¿Estás aquí?
Esa, la S. De H. Kill.
Zywoo closer to it to avoid that, but now susceptible to the spam. It was Donk that tagged him up a little. Still enough time to get themselves across. Bomb and two additional players down the secret stairs. It's Robs that's ready for the angle. Tanir on the clear. Robs profits. Puts us into the 4-on-4, but that B finish. There's no one down here.
And no one has cheated over to deal with this. They know that it's a possibility. And that back box is Zontix. Shiro's actually evacuated to go. Well, he was attempting to help elsewhere. So they will be able to get this site for free. They're still going to scale out as if there's bodies. Are they up towards clock? Are they dark? Well, nobody's home. And they have so much utility right now, especially these mollies, to be able to restrain. Drops not playing the lobby lurk. Over towards Yard. 3 players looking to retake from ramp. Magic still towards A.
This is even harder than the last one. As he stays sight. Flames, going to be the first one to on the receiving end. Ramp-centric. 3 players charging in. Taking from Zywoo. Takes the head off. Nice from Mezzi in reaction. Catches Zontix looking the wrong way. And the rest achieved by virtue of the number disadvantage. Shiro and Magic's just got to save.
Yeah, 1,400 into the next. They need to hold on to these if they want anything to fight with. They're going to evacuate back towards Secret. So retaining these, no problem. Vitality make it a 1-round game. And I love that right there. It's flashes. Okay, we can't block the choke points, but what we can do is once they've established a little bit of space on that retake, we can flash and we can clamp down. They just stamp their dominance on that B site, and it looks simple. Spirit not believing that it was going to be the B finish, the site completely unguarded. Sophic. It's on the mic. Second tactical timeout in the first half of play, knowing how valuable these CT side rounds are. The T half, it's going to be a completely different beast. Vitality, they're in the driver's seat to be able to not only tie things up, but extend this lead. And they are going to force fight behind the saves. It makes sense with the 1,400, but for the remainder of this half, you are going to be working with very little if you do not convert this one. Get 1,900 into the next. You take the save. 2,400, you have a meek buy for the final round of the first half of the second map. And you had chances on Mirage.
This is quick.
Zywoo, yeah.
Straight onto main roof.
This time Apex does get across.
Straight away.
Is anybody going to drop down B to acknowledge it this time? Because if not, it's another key weakness that is just open for the taking. This time, sure, there's not the extra bodies, there's not the bomb, but there's so much space. And oh, Mezzi. Tanir's gone down a couple of times through smokes towards that top side. That could have been another.
They're trying to channel him into this hut angle. Shiro, knowing he has to be a bit of a playmaker here, inserts himself forward.
This sucks for Zontix. He's just heard the molly go off towards double doors, so they could be single.
God, no idea how close Tanir was to Apex.
You need to make some plays. You need to see that type of aggression. Understand it's not easy on a map like Nuke, especially not with MP9s.
Yeah, Magic's actually got the info on ZywOo, does avoid the shot.
Now the bomb is across.
Yeah, but Taneer's down here with low HP. Oh my goodness, nearly two. Flamesy able to provide the trade though. And now Apex, ooh, had to head with Zontix, losing the rifle. Fight outside could lead to a pivot. It's Flamesy with the bomb, and Zontix on the rebounds.
Después del torneo juego.
25 seconds. Robs can get down this vent.
Yes, he can. Shiro's chasing Ghost. Going to be a little bit behind the queue. 20 seconds. They have to find this fast. Zontix, supported by Donk now. Tags up on the ZywOo. They are going to pivot up. Robs has got the bomb. Shiro's got him.
El tiempo. Todo ahí los mata como patos ahí. La posición.
So CT Hall they'll be happy with, especially if you sprinkle on the last couple.
That's an instrumental moment right there from Taneer. I think the fact that he's made that move, being able to pip a gap, look, this is really what sets Apex up running in a little bit daisical in that scenario, right? Taneer's shown himself, is that the rotation? No. Zontix still down there.
Ah, pero es que se ve tan fácil darle ahí, güey. Se ve todo el cuerpo.
You need 8 if you're Spirit, and this is a door blown off. Top go. No, ramp.
A little bit of pace, definitely the name of the game. ZywOo, Robs fight back after Zontix.
Bala tras bala.
Into the top site. You know, Taneer typically lives there, and so a cut of noise, they completely cancel.
The fact that they've just won a fight
Ace off and perish, no.
15 seconds of the round.
And you've taken down
no lo juego.
The amount of gaps available is
Ni sé qué es.
Well, Yard's not one of them. Taneer stands his ground, holds on to Yard, puts ZywOo in the dirt, and pulls Spirit back into contention.
All right, now that it's level, you have to play off of each other here, Spirit. You've been able to claw this one back just. Zontix still towards ramp. Magic's up in the heavens. And then Taneer will take over the responsibilities of the top site. So Magic's will just take this the gap. He's going to have a whole lot of information, but can't.
¿Para que le ve las patas de ahí? No. Entrar.
Should have them dead to rights here on the tap, back of the skull. Messi can't find the trade, hidden out behind that box. It's still a partnership towards Taneer though.
Esto hay que estar muy concentrado para eso, man. Osta granada. Lo dejó en uno, güey. ¡No!
Uy, marica,
¿Cómo no lo mató? No, la va a perder, güey. La va a perder, no tiene balas. Una bala y lo mata desde acá. ¡Uy! Marica, pero qué troleada. Eran 2 para 1.
Sudor gordo.
La tía lesbiana, vea, hasta que. El teclado tan gay. Es que lo falló, marica. Zontis lo falló. Zontis no le dio ni una.
Todavía falta la mitad, ¿no?
8-4 on the door. You would love that if you're the Dragon.
Son 5 mapas, güey.
Certainly on par. Smoke wall.
Bueno, pues con tal de que ellos pierdan la lección que hicieron,
hay que hacer crawl.
Entonces remontar. ¿Y qué esos humos?
Oye, no, eso, este mapa es más 7.
Sí, claro, por 5 falta la otra mitad, quién sabe.
I'm gonna partner up with Taneer. They suspect that they want to go through main, and it's the right idea. It's the right read. It's going to be the perfect position. Only the one though.
Le van a meter a Echo.
No.
8-4. Buena.
They're not going down without a fight. That is a solid bar set on the defensive side of Nuke. Vitality's pick. Will it be Vitality's win?
Oiga, y en lo de K-Drop no tiene que poner... O sea, en sus clips no tiene que subir algo de K-Drop y esa manera. ¿No le exigen eso? No, güey.
No, porque yo no tengo contrato con ellos. Eso es algo que uno puede, como creador de contenido,
¿sí?
Tener el...
creador de... O sea, para que le pasen si meten plata ahí. Pero
sí,
pues no está...
pero no es un contrato con ellos. Esa mierda porque se llena tan rápido, güey. Estar borrando esa chimba cada rato me lo mama. No hay apoyo, sí. Ok, ya. Vengo. El problema es que me encanta todas esas rayas. A las 6 de la mañana, una perra más, Marina Santana. Sí. Pero era un plato con...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Nuke, and an A4 half from Team Spirit has got us all locked in on what could be guaranteeing a fourth map if Spirit could pick this one up at minimum. We're live from Rio de Janeiro, the Farmacia Arena, having fun. Spirit were too in that first half. We've swapped sides though. The CT side more favorable. Vitality looking to pick up a pistol.
The gloves are off in this one. A broken buy round late in the piece sets Spirit up for success. They're showing some grit. Spirit, the best pistol team of the tournament. We're looking to go 3-1 in that department. Donk outside P250. Oh, Tanir's been chipped away.
Solid connections from Flamesy spamming the smoke there. Clean headshot. Zywoo on that P2000 representing. Takes out Zontix. Magix finds that belated trade through. Hot double entry from Magix. He's got the bomb and he's doing everything. Heavy lifting from Captain Magix, but Apex on the crawl gets distracted by Donk, and Shiro profits. Gets him on the trade from the heaven. Rob's clean onto Magix, just Shiro. 2 to find, knows he's got to dance between these two elevations and doesn't find the necessary first bullet onto Mezzy.
All right, we split him again. Again, these in-game leaders and just leering out Heaven in these equal game state situations, taking such a chance, but it's worked for Apex just like it has for Magix. Tanir almost got a nade on his noggin right there. Magix does such a good job. Takes out 2 on the top side, and the bomb going down. You know what that means. Oof, the investment from Robs. He's out an AUG into round number 2 of the second half. Don gets an AK, Shiro gets a kill.
He's one of the very few players that will use every trick and weapon in the book.
It's crazy just to see it so early.
Going to be quite a statement. Your second round, you're already running into an AUG if you try ramp.
I guess it means he needs less help. He can focus elsewhere. The break of the smoke. Doesn't find anything, but a stray bullet does. Donk chipped away at, brought to 78 as everybody from Spirit is going to be able to cross silently down Secret.
Flamesy started down lower. He's been jump spotting this entire time, just bouncing his head off of the arch in order to get that info safely. And now, well, he's been spotted as well. Fakes the door open. And now they're running straight into the MP9. An important trade from Donk, and it could get weird. Long range with that scope, though. Robs puts a couple down. Perfect range for it. One back from Tanir's Tech 9, and we should see the bomb go down. They're not contesting immediately. Tanir allowed to scavenge an M4. Robs creeps around the corner into Tanir. Zontix as well. They've got the advantage. The second round, who needs the pistol? They've only got Messi to get past.
Bomb's been picked up now. They're worried about him swooping in. Single door, double door, that's a bit of a problem. But Messi, he's just come down the ladder. He's going to let them play next. So bomb will get planted. 40 seconds thrust on the clock as Messi starts to make a move.
Ooh, if he peeks, he's going to potentially catch Tanir before he finds cover. Elevated spot, a standard bang. Tanir's aim on display.
Another one of these rounds where Tanir has a multi-kill in a very impactful moment. This has just brought the half alive, and they had already done the business on their CT side, excuse me. Right, this is a scenario now where Vitality go in with a 1400 force spike. If you get past this Spirit, it's your map to lose. It's not just a fight that they're bringing, they are in it to win it.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo va eso?
Scout for Zywoo. 357, Deagle for Messi.
Vitality bleed.
It's so nice to see this
9-5 ronda eco, 10-5. Si no ganan ese mapa, están pero jodidos.
Lengthy period of time. Obviously, Magix went out, Zway came in. Zontix was hanging around for a period of time, but we knew that he was done with. They were going to bring in Tanir. He hasn't looked this comfortable. If anything, the team's looked out of sorts. Not like they've just completely dropped off the face of the earth, but this is meant to be a contender for titles. And finally, here in Rio, it's starting to look
Jugaron forzado.
On this pathing, gets spotted by Zywoo's scout, but unable to connect the dots. Can't hit the shot. Magix can. Flamesy, though, does well. Mid-range 5-7.
No.
Long range already chipped away.
No.
HG Apex with that 1-2 dunk in conversion. Long range 5-7 headshot.
Una
Vitality
echo,
could
weón.
return and respond in kind. With just armored pistols, it falls to Zontix and Shiro to rectify, make it just Shiro.
Not clearing this.
Not clearing Apex, and he
No.
throws it down. Vitality.
A punta de pistola, weón.
I think the response time of that, they show themselves outside, they get that frag immediately, pivot up in towards A. The fact that Apex, after getting a kill outside, is in the rafters tucked in, just insane work. One step ahead on Vitality, and they won't go down without a fight. Flamesy, he's the one that ignites here to make this round a conversation. Apex at range.
Es que esos tiros, marica, esos tiros fueron.
Doesn't stop.
He's played that very well, the individual format of Apex.
And they take the eco.
Son las rutas que le dan vida al equipo y pierden.
This is a decision
Ahora
to
tú estás en
make.
eco, ahora son 9-7.
Dealing with 1400 loss, so next round only the 1900. It's going to be touch and go. Maybe it's an eco into a half, then into a full gun rounds. Either way, it's a great opportunity now for Vitality to work back into the game. So we continue to go tit for tat as both teams putting some strong Counter-Strike on display.
Pops his AUG might feast here. Unarmored
Se
Team
robó su grande
Spirit
ciego.
charging
¿La
in.
mujer es esta?
The Desert Eagle gets nothing. That scope
La
advantage Shiro knows all too well. How many is he getting? He's done some damage to Zontix. Support has arrived as
Bueno,
well.
los tiene a
The form of
todos.
Apex just rotates in, blocks them with the incendiary.
Esa mierda es como una UMP.
Such an unfavorable fight for the Glocks.
I don't think they'll be getting too much out of this one whatsoever. Just more interested
mierda.
to see what the buy pattern looks like from here. Sophic used 2 of the tactical timeouts in the first half, so not sure he wants to take one going into the next. They just have to put faith in the team piecing this one together as Apex put a farm up too. Donk's got something done, but all in all, this
Es
will
forma de
be
entregar el mapa, güey.
7th round now for Vitality. Only a matter of time until they converge on Donk, and they're coming from all angles.
Uy, no, no, no. Ole ni se mostró.
Sin mostrarse aquí con los restos.
So
Ni se mostró.
they are opting for what is likely going to be heavier Galils with this type of a buy. Well, I say that, they're buying in, selling back. This is such a weak
No sé, para mí no
buy
era
for
tan
what
necesario, ¿sabes cómo?
at this
Pero
stage of the
bueno,
half
ok.
should be your first gun round. It's 2 AKs, 2 Mac 10s and a Tech 9. They've already been able to win a force fight, but this isn't that.
Mierda. La verdad, sí, entregaron el mapa muy peña.
Lots of early smokes in the sky. Lurk smoke door. Wall of smokes yard. 4 smokes burned in the first 5 seconds.
You feel that you're forced into something that's a little bit more poppy because of these.
¿Sabes por qué pasa eso, marica? Por no estar pendiente de la economía. Si supieron que ellos habían forzado, sabía que iban a ir sí o sí a Eco. Hagan una rápida onside.
Not cognizant of opportunity for Apex or Zywoo lingering around playing for info.
Looks like they want to go send Donk through main. Magix with flashes to facilitate. Drops in, trying to synchronize now with Tanir. Nice one and done though. Zywoo quick on the trade. Apex has found Magix and this pacey top, this second wave, just crashing into the rock that is Zywoo. Shiro, he's gonna try and play for the plant, but Robs is just gonna have to end it here. Makes it a 1-round game.
I like the idea. Right, they threw the top utility first. That's going to draw the attention. That brings the yard players into focus. Donk is able to find the gap and swiftly executes, but it's not enough follow through. And now it'll have to be an eco again. So pattern of rounds falling unfavorably for Spirit as the blue wall. 4 out of the 5 rounds won in this second half so far for Vitality.
Nice.
2,900 into the next, so by virtue of a little bit extra cash.
Parque era para un 10-5, güey. Iba a estar a quedar 9-9.
If you couldn't make him slip up in the last with some misdirection, you have to hope that you catch a good timing.
Yo antes de
To try
esos
Robs
huevones.
again by the looks of things, this time playing over towards elbow.
Sí, marica, 13
Actually
conseguidos.
starting to path forward. Does that mean that there's
¿Cómo
support
te
on the
llega
way?
eso?
Well, the smoke is about to fade. Magic's telling a
Sí,
fade
la
towards
primera, o sea,
yard,
fue una eco rara.
but it is
güey.
all on Robs.
Una eco forzada o porquería.
Primed and ready.
Tenían 3 5-7 y 2 Deagle.
Rob's prime. Starts to unload. Oh, and
Right.
it's only the 2 before Donk gets his Tech 9 frag. Accelerating into the B side, but knife out. Flamesy
No, yo
catches
no sé
Tanir,
esperar
bringing a
ahí,
knife to the
vale.
gunfight.
Otra.
Ah, mira dónde la cogió.
Donk has found Rob's rifle. 7 bullets in the mag. Magic's a free frag for Apex. So a helpless one for Team Spirit here. And Flamesy's going to play it by the book.
Yeah, could have just swung, took that fight. Such a huge man advantage, but they know what's on the line. You want to get this one done as quick as
Wait, ¿ya
possible.
veis? Ay, madre.
Vitality been letting the world know that the focus is on Rio. Getting these gold bars, that cool milli. Take the pressure off with the major right around the corner. Looking for the 3-peat. You don't need that
Yo
extra.
no tengo esa arma
baggage.
equipada, ¿para qué? Yo tengo la fama.
He's in this side. He's faked the plan. The door swings open.
Ay, ay, ay.
There's one, but time's against him.
Ay, ay, ay.
Gets the info on Apex.
Ay.
Evades the nade only by a hair. Runs at him to try and die before the time.
No, la granada lo cago. ¿Para qué
Zero,
llora,
so,
marica?
yeah, Vitality
¿Está llorando?
Tiene los ojos mojados.
That's 4 consecutive from the defensive side.
Ahorita me hizo
Just
risa que
turns
le
around
estaban
and
dando
throws
la
it
mano
I
para
think that the T-side
machucarla,
was
así
always
que
going to be
no
difficult for
importa.
Spirit. It was always going to be an uphill
Y
battle, but
luego lo
once you
empalmaba
spilt
con
over
rabia.
the money, you knew that Vitality were buying back in with
Muy chistoso, marica.
pretty
Estaba a
average
punto.
looking
Y les
weaponry.
dio la mano así
That
como
was
le
your
pegó una
chance to
palmada.
Mi esposo juega mejor
double
que...
digits and
¿Qué?
11, putting you on the precipice of another map. You had your chances on Mirage. Now we're all tied up here on Nuke 9-9. Robs starting down towards B. Now, because the smokes haven't come in yet, Robs can actually continue to take this space. He knows that nobody could have crossed secret yet, which will allow him to get to the stairs and be a jarring presence.
Yeah, okay, he's going to have to respect the Flames. Molotov throws that into question. Second wall.
Marica, los humos en
Going impromptu through the red.
es una gonorrea.
Son fáciles.
No, me refiero a que se siguen tantos. Si me putas que
Doesn't get the fight he was looking for.
Uy, qué hueva el
Magix will
Drops.
bring him down
A
and
dar
they
la
keep
troleada
five.
del Drops.
Or rather, four alive, excuse me. Tanira died over towards the silo position.
That's a lot of information that Drops gets right there. He sees those 3 bodies, he knows that the bomb's there. And Apex.
¿A dónde va esto ya? No lo esperan ni cagando.
Looking for the lobby lurk, and Apex is
Ahora sí. Qué timing, güey. No.
Qué timing. Pero al Flame sí no se lo... Al Flame sí no se lo ni por el putas.
Magix going for that plant, uncontestable.
¿Va por Ciclo?
Saiwu from the Ram side,
Ah,
it's
sí.
Mezzi.
No, ya que va a hacer ruido.
Flames are trying to draw attention to himself.
Pero le quitó, lo dejó en uno.
He's fumbled, the smoke goes down the staircase instead. He was hoping to obscure the cross on Vence, but he still hits the shot.
¿Cómo te ganas los tiros de movimiento, güey?
Clock ticking in Spirit's favor. Chunk of damage dealt to Magic's backside. Swinging from the single side.
Ah, levantó las 12:30 y que
Looking good to collect. Shiro with the spray. Only Mezzi.
Yo porque me acosté a las 4, man. Estaba hablando mierda en la calle con mis primos.
Spirit will find double digits first.
You can see Counter-Strike timing right there. The difference between Apex winning or
Se lo
losing
hubiera
that
tenido
round. Just the
Rox,
fact that he
man.
looks away on that pathing. If he's able to get behind them, they're not considered that's a multi-kill. This one, a little bit rough for Robs. He's been very good in this series so far. He's 18 and 12 right now, so that's
No,
probably his only misstep. And Donk was already low, so
Sí, da rabia
he
eso,
should have at
marica.
least gotten one in that environment, but the team was there to make sure he didn't go
Ah, se
down.
metió nuestra macaza a la mesa, güey.
Once more, double
Ah.
digits reached first by Spirit.
Uy, ya se puse con Frappe, qué asco.
Money on the
Pero
line
ya,
for Vitality in this
perro,
one.
borracho.
Pero es que Nuke es complicado la AP porque vea cómo va a jugar con AP. O le dan a nada, le quitó 90.
Pero
So many
eso es
moving
bueno.
pieces.
So aggressive. He's looking for the lobby lurk. Zontix towards Trophy. Donk into the warehouse. Yes, so many moving pieces.
Flames keeps going.
Debe estar
If
puta por
anybody
esas
heads
bombas.
back, they're
No,
going to
pues.
be caught out.
Outrageous.
Uy, marica, oiga, el Flames está jugando re
Descends
duro,
the
que se llama
secret stairs. Robs to receive them.
Todo el mundo tiene, él siempre tiene ese rol.
Donk's grab walk this whole
Si hay que
round.
gritar.
Back turn to Saiwu, gets
Ah.
a whiff. Just in time. So the opening kill goes the way of Vitality.
Como gritan, los
Robs
maricas
has
ahí
got
se dan
support
cuenta
in the
que
form
son
of
maricas.
Apex towards control.
Por ejemplo, el
Power
Lurker ahí
position
es
for
Sontis.
Robs.
¿Dónde está Sontis?
Only have 2 rounds with empty hands. No, sir.
No, ahí es una mierda
Finds
pasar, güey.
Magix. Shiro can
Entonces,
swing on in for number 2.
entonces batalla
And Robs has
perdida,
got the
güey.
bomb in front of him. Zontix reveals the lurk on Hut. Nothing else to be done, though. And so a tied-up game
Bonita
10-10
esa.
seems inevitable.
He's just going to have to
Ya,
hold
ya
on to
guardaría
these
la
30
aquí,
seconds
la
where he
verdad.
holds his breath. And Flames,
Yeah, right?
he went around the world and found
De pronto
nothing.
puede
Maybe
matar
he
al
can
Flames
remove
y
this
guardar.
to take
Se
the
Flames
threat
se
away
recorrió todo el mapa.
to the following. It's 2,400. for
Queda
Spirit,
mucho
and
tiempo, no creo que le alcance.
That's not really going to set them up with anything too
Ah, sí.
convincing in the
Lo dejaron
buys.
guardar.
It's been a spotty half.
Si
Consecutive
Flames
rounds
va,
would have gone
no
a
le
long
alcanza.
way. And if Zontix
Se
goes
decidió ir,
down
se decidió
after
ir.
time, that is absolute
Esta lo
worst
mata
case
por Walmart,
scenario.
¿se imagina?
Flames is
Ay,
not going
marica.
to T-spawn. He's going to do it. He's going to
El
rub
público
salt in
grita,
the
¡ah!
wound. Zontix goes
Ay,
down.
qué
and
buena.
that-
Que llegó un domicilio.
That leaves a mark. $400 is all he has to take into the next round of play.
Oh, that's going to leave the camp of
Sí,
Team
de puta
Spirit
pito
with
es una
a
dura.
sour taste in their mouth.
Just been hard to be able to get these buys together, and it's going to be
Qué
even more
timing,
difficult now.
marica.
It's
Claro.
a sense for Saiwu, maybe unzoomed and caught him in his peripheral.
Marica, va a dar mucha risa. Ay, no.
Aquí arranca los pelos.
Sí, le creo. Este gordo ya no tiene ni uñas.
Got to shake it off. Have to use these 30 seconds wisely. Whether it's about what follows through in this one or the next, the game's far from over. That feeling of inevitability when you go up against Vitality, where you're trying to buck that trend. Magix has had some big moments. 17 frags for the in-game leader in his grand final debut in that role. Pressure on this man's shoulders. They've decided not to shove
¿Ya
and
los
go for another
publiqué en
one of
todos?
these
No me
wonky buys.
acuerdo.
There's already been enough of those in this half of play. They're going to take the conservative approach. Smattering of pistols upgraded. Next round with a 2900, they will be able to buy. You'd love to get a plant if you're
Ah,
Zontix.
sí.
That's just to help him out, right? 2,900 plus the 400. It's not going to go too far.
A Donk Deagle headshot would go miles. You have to get past this off angle. Look at him go.
Look at him go.
Cool. The Sweat Lord off angle, Org poised and ready to shred your unarmored opponents.
And they've tried him ramp every time on these eco.
Anti-flash, headshot angle, absolutely farming, gets three.
Chao perro con el arma, weón.
A wallbang would have been nice, a little
LOL.
from the first.
Le dio.
Magic's on the second, Tenier on the
Le dio
wall,
la
gets
gorda.
faded. It's like you could just see through walls. ZywOo collects another. Just
Vamos, qué mal
Robson
parido.
ZywOo dealing with this one, no threat, no sweat.
Just wonder how many offerings has Rops gotten. Right, are they trying to make sure that ZywOo doesn't get his 31st MVP?
I think you're right.
Just feed the Eeks. I know the adjustments in play, but Rops with that Org has had so much activity. Magix can't do anything with it. And understandable with the type of buy that they brought into it. Okay, the guns now. Zontix is just going to have to concede and work with a MAC-10. Shiro gets his AWP. The AKs are there. And this is one of the better looking buys throughout. It's going to be the weirdest looking nuke.
Pero está carriendo, marica, va como 20 kills.
Maybe the logic is that against the Eeks, if he gives it up, his opponents don't know how to use it.
Aha. It's got to be at least 9
Lo
or
puta es
so
que
kills
el
with
otro
that
mapa es
Org against
2-2. El
very
otro mapa.
lightly equipped opponents.
And now up against the guns goes M4.
Sí, iban ganando 8-4. Llevan 11-10.
Su mapa tiene sus cualidades, ese.
No easy way back into this for Spirit.
Sí, pero perdieron más por error de ellos.
Down the stretch.
Ese triple eco estuvo muy top, la verdad.
That is so
Bueno,
cheeky.
mira esa mierda.
Just on the first smoke. Straight through Squeaky Door, catches Shiro with his knife out, pants around his ankles.
Didn't know about that push where he went around the world before, so why not? He dipped his toe, the water's warm.
It's just the most frustrating death for Shiro. You can empathize.
Y aquí pierden y hasta los mandan para eco.
Just screaming, I can't believe he's done that.
He's still hanging around for more.
Y win.
Not conceding to play the man advantage.
Maybe Zontix sprays.
Well, Mezzi's here as well. CT Vent, they can double swing this.
Oh, it's faded. Okay, Zontix thinks twice about it. He's going to flash him in. Zontix, how quick can he turn? Swings on in. Spots Zontix for the head-to-head.
No.
For backup as well from Trophy.
45 seconds, we're still worried about this.
Fades out. Okay,
Menos
very
mal.
aggressive from Flamesy. Enables an equalizer from Magic, scavenging Shiro's AWP and puts it
Ya
to
siente
good
como
use.
que no. Estamos superiores, vamos a adelantar.
Main door. Tenier through Squeaky. Mez
Bro,
one on
Qué pepazo le pegó.
Ay, no lo dejo ver. Sí. No, no le dio, no le dio, no le dio.
Magic's heading for the hills, wanting to
Te
hold
habrán dado
on to this.
asistencia.
Brutal.
It's another one of these scenarios, right, where
Sino que
Apex playing
cuando
the
metió el
territory,
salto no lo dejó ver y luego lo hubiera matado a Magic, güey.
hiding in that top
Yo no sé
side,
para qué se
ahead of the
metió,
play.
güey.
And that's 12 secure. And blemish on the
De pronto
record
me
against
pidió,
Falcons. That one's not going to matter. That's group stage. This isn't pursuit of the gold bars.
Qué buena.
Yo mirando para arriba.
In them throughout both maps so far of this grand final.
Well, you mentioned the ones that have gone. It's the one that's coming up next that I'm the most excited about. 44 and 4 Vitality, the Apex-led squad on Dust 2. They've won 16 consecutive.
Oh, ya se han resignado ya.
Spirit, it's also their home turf. 11 and 1.
¿Qué pasó, Peixota? ¿Qué?
La careta de
Stand the
Doc.
table.
Como
He was
puta
impressed
le
with that one.
Ay, no, marica.
Last ditch attempt. It was you on map 1 who had the 12-10 scoreline. Vitality brought it back to overtime and ripped it out of your hands.
Nice little run boost to get Shiro set up to try and catch an opening kill. Apex having absolutely none of that. He's got his hands off the mouse and
¿Cómo?
keyboard, checking his
Que no ha
teammates'
sido la mejor
monitors.
final de Doc.
No, ZywOo's got the cross, and I can't quite believe that Flamesy's push
La misma ronda siempre, güey. ¿Por qué no pone a alguien que holde eso? No, marica, pero es que...
He brings the fight through lobby, through the smoke. He's such a trickster. Oh, and
No, no, no.
Apex hits a heady.
No, paila.
Tenier down on the
No,
yard
no,
spot.
muchachos.
5 on 3, Vitality set to collect a
Pero si gana esta ya es
two-map
o sea,
lead.
eliminatoria, ¿no?
Flash out, more
Vamos a la final, falta otro mapa.
No, sí, o sea, tocaría el tercero. Pero así gane
Flash to
2-1,
get him
pues,
on the swing.
o se
Donk's
vuelve a decir
toes
el anuncio,
tap.
pues.
Son el mejor de
The
5.
hub position.
Que gane 3
Oh
mapas.
my
pues.
god.
Que gane 3 mapas.
He's read him like a book. ZywOo with the 5-7 up close, punishes the smoke walk. It's going down for Spirit. Constant reaggressives from the CT side. Robs has cleared out lobby. They don't let Spirit catch their breath for a moment.
30 seconds, bomb outside, Shiro down towards B. This one's hopeless. This one has absolutely no chance. ZywOo ensures it, and now it's just Magix, a 1v4. The time is ticking. He knows his fate, and so do the team. It's map 3 coming up next. Messi will secure it, and Vitality take a 2-map lead.
Qué forma de regalar, weón.
More than happy with that one. But for Spirit, close but no cigar. Time and time again. It needs to be a different look.
Marica, es que los dos mapas han tenido para ganarlo, weón.
Done in 3.
Sí.
¿Qué tiro, marica?
Esa fue la ronda, esa fue la ronda. Marque, van 9-5. Y si ganaban esa fuera 10-5. Y esa ronda era jodida porque era eco, pero forzada. Porque quedaban todos con 100 pesos, weón. Si la ganaron 10-5, probablemente un 11-5, weón.
Esa ronda era troleada, la verdad. Ay, ya, no, mientras que inicia el otro mapa.
Members of the jury, rise. Placement hearing.
Claro.
Feo, marica.
300 diva. Now this is talent. 5k Iwa.
Good thing Donk isn't deciding your reload. Your placement games do. Season 8 starts April 22nd.
Spirit try as hard as you absolutely can. You win that first pistol. You even convert. You think about maybe even taking the conversion from Vitality in the second half, which you do, but it's still just a little shy of where you want to be. 13-10 here in this grand final second map for the Intel Extreme Masters. I'm Trace. We've got Yank on the middle, Pimp down on the end. We're ready to talk a little bit more Vitality, as if there's any other team
Vamos a ver,
to talk about
Titos.
like this.
Entra a empezar otro mapa. Titos. Qué locura,
Compa, ¿qué le parece esa morra? La que anda bailando sola. Compa, ¿qué le parece esa morra? La que anda bailando sola.
Nah.
Diablo, Greya, un momentito,
Mamá sota.
Toca la puerta.
Está viral, marica, esa chinita. Está viral por lo que hace. Qué chimba.
Sí. Le tiró a Messi. Ah, no, le sacó el zapato. Qué susto, ¿no? Porque sí.
La fama en lo oscuro que tu novio no te vea. Mírala cómo mueve las tapas.
Pero muestra las tapas.
Anunciar en TikTok es para...
Por eso brinden, hagan de cuenta que no ha pasado nada.
Y sí, es verdad.
Traigan cerveza,
Yo
que
no
esta vida es
me quedo con nada. Es gozando la vida. Dale.
Mira.
Ay, qué cabrona.
Está cabrona,
Está cabrona.
Mira, charlatana. Métele ahí. Ok.
Y dice mamá huevo, dice.
quitó la media.
Papá quiero la mía.
Exacto. Está comiendo arena. Ah, ¿cómo así que el internet, güey? Aló, ¿me escucha? Aló, probando.
No, no lo sé.
¿Qué? ¿Quieres cantar Jay
Willy Wheeler.
Ok.
Bonita niña.
Dale, afuera.
Háblame claro, mami, pa' buscarte.
Pa' chingarte, que eres galleta, toma.
Toma. Háblame claro.
Ay, no, al parido, ¿sabes?
A ti no te quiero pa' un rato, a ti te quiero pa' siempre. No sé por qué
Nosotros no sabrá como el yo te quiero ausente y tú, baby, que tú me gustas full.
imagina una vez. A ti no te quiero. Cuando sienta el perreo intenso, túmbame el guillo y calma.
Sí, está.
Sí. Mamá escucha música. Vamos a
Escúchala,
escuchar
escúchala,
música.
escúchala.
Ok, ¿cuál canción quieres escuchar? Cuéntame. Lipo. ¿De lejito? No, pero si ya la pusimos, vamos a escuchar otra. Esta. Sí. ¿Te gusta mucho de lejito? Mamazota. Mamazota, mamazota. ¿Te pongo esa? Sí. Ok.
Mamazota.
No tiene que ser Alexa, lo podemos ponerla acá, nena.
Venga, los regalos niños de hoy en día. Tiene un año, man, que ella habla como.
Ay, Dios mío. Puse. Pero vamos a ponerle clean, porque, chacho.
Tiene un año.
Esa no era, pero está bien dura esa.
No creo.
Esa me encanta. Me la llevo.
Sí, más grande.
Saludos, gato.
Está pequeñita.
Diablo, Greya, qué maldito
Por
mamazota.
mínimo 2 años.
Bueno, por ahí. Le ponemos mamazota.
La gente.
Adiós, mis amores.
Ah,
Volveré
la
antes de que se
perra
den
del banco.
cuenta.
Vuela segura, Manguita.
Vuelve pronto, mami.
Un mango, una papaya y una fresa.
Otro vuelo, otro cielo. Hora de hacer lo que mejor hago. Bienvenidos a bordo. ¿Jugo fresco o café caliente para
perra de
todos?
frutas, ¿no?
Jugo, por favor. Mantengan la calma. Pónganse las máscaras de oxígeno. Todo está bajo control. Solo respiren.
Ay, güey, puta, ¿qué pasó? Me cayeron en el agua.
motores.
¡Protéjanse! Estoy
¿Qué hace
viva,
la niña
pero
ahí?
¿dónde están todos? Estoy
Ah, pero ¿qué?
completamente sola.
Últimas noticias. Un avión de pasajeros se ha estrellado en el mar. Las autoridades confirman que no se esperan sobrevivientes.
No puede ser verdad.
Le ofrecemos nuestras más profundas
¡Ay,
condolencias.
se murió el mango!
Su esposa sirvió con honor y valentía.
Se ha ido. Ahora estamos solos.
Tengo que seguir adelante.
Ah, mira la perra
No
esa.
puedo rendirme con ellos. Espera, ¿qué es eso? Un viejo barco de carga. Está dañado, pero el casco está intacto. Tal vez pueda arreglarlo.
No puede.
Fresita, no llores. Todo va a estar bien. Te prometo que siempre estaré aquí para ti.
Solo un poco más. Voy en camino a casa. Aguántense, mi familia. No me rindo.
Ah, güey, puta.
Una pilota.
Adiós, mis amores.
Oh, you baila.
Ela com o popozão e o popozão no chão. O popozão no chão e o popozão no chão.
Toma, toma.
Parado no bailão, no bailão.
Si en tu ciudad todos abren barberías,
Kimberly.
Me va a reír mucho eso.
Tren bala.
Tengo
Sí,
mis
sí.
motetes aquí, nena. En Perú me está yendo magnífico. Estoy mamando puro wikisito a la roca. Nena, estoy ganando en soles, mija. Tú sabes que lo mío es así. Me quieren dañar la plaza. Mira, me estoy vacilando un peruano chino todo raro. En el bolso te llevo 3 tangas peruanas. Excuse me. Ya estoy aprendiendo inglés. ¿Por qué me vine a Perú? Porque necesito mocharme el pajarito. Entonces estoy ahorrando, nena, y acá estoy ganando en soles. Estoy mamando y que pisco. Nena,
El pisco
esta vaina me
mío.
tiene prendida. Nena, no, a mí no me da pena nada. Nena, acá estoy más activa, estoy más arica. Ay, Perú me encanta, nena. Y de Perú paso para Ecuador. Voy en un trencito, nena. Es que esta es la vida que nos merecemos las Kardashian. Yo te dije que hay que salir de tus vacos. El progreso está en Perú, nena. Dile a mi mami que me prepare un bocachico y una mojarra. Mando yo. Revolucioname toda la calle Kimberly, que vamos a poner baile plebe. Para que los envidiosos se muestren.
Las vacaciones están top, güey. ¿Qué rollo, jefa?
Dejen de perder el tiempo y pónganse a jalar mejor morros.
No sea así, jefita, déjenme.
¡Mi madre! ¡Váyanse a jalar o te vendo el expo!
¡Qué oso, güey! Se superpasó tu mom. Ni modo, mi pa, a buscar chamba. Mira, Rey, ahí buscan trabajadores. Buenas tardes, Don. Andamos buscando chambita. ¿Nos da o qué?
¿Sabes manejar bici?
Obi, Rey. Güey, no vayas tan rápido. Tranquilo, mi pa, no pasa nada.
Ay, los tamales volvieron mierda.
Ayúdame a recogerlos, va, viejo.
Ay, no hay que empanadas y ahora un tamal,
Buenas morrines, ¿todavía tienen tamales?
Sígueme para la parte 2.
Ah, no.
Si no sé a dónde va el viento y por qué cambio.
Ayuni cuando vea este micrófono, Ayuni va a decir esa palabra, porque ya ella está asociando la reacción que crea en las personas que están alrededor de ellas, by the way, porque entiendo que todos los que están aquí lo entienden, pero las personas que están fuera que no lo entienden,
¿Esa es la
claramente
mamá?
ella no sabe lo
Ajá.
que significa la palabra.
¿Y
Ella
de
sabe
dónde
que
sacó
la
los ojos
palabra
azules de
causa
esa niña?
reacción cada vez que la dice.
Ella era mona antes, cuando era pequeña.
Ayuni, o de-
Frida Amy.
Sí.
Pero ya, ¿qué color
O de
tienen los
ay- o
ojos?
de, ay, Ayuni, no, como que la reacción que causa, solo que estamos...
Mostraron una foto cuando esa vieja era pequeña, era igual a Johnny.
tratando ahora es de no
Sí.
reaccionar cuando dice las malas palabras, porque obviamente
De pronto por la familia, ¿no?
Sí, la mamá de ella es mona.
Con ojos azules.
No sé, pero es mona.
acaba de pasar afuera, estábamos todos
No llegó los ojos de los azules.
Esto no es un simple...
Tú tienes fama.
Bueno, muchachos, ahora sí.
¡Pica, pica!
Mamá, huevo.
No digas eso. No digas eso.
Bye.
Sí, pero no digas eso, ya se
Mamá,
acabó.
huevo.
Mi amor, escúchame, por
Mamá.
favor, escúchame. No digas eso más.
Mamá, huevo. Mamá, huevo.
Ya, mami, mira, dile otra cosa, dile, qué brutal, dilo.
No.
Pero
No.
¿por qué no?
Puta.
Ay, qué
Tampoco
puta.
vas a decirle esa palabra.
No.
No, malas palabras no.
Demonio.
¿Qué?
Por el culo.
Masota.
Mamazota.
Mamazota.
Sí, yo sé que te gusta la canción de Mamazota.
Mamá, huevo.
Escúchame. No digas, mira.
Lo dice
Yo sé que
clarito.
los venezolanos dicen, mamá huevo, ¿qué es esto? Y eso es normal para ustedes.
Mamá, huevo.
Sí, yo sé que, pero para hay otra.
Papá, escucha, papá.
Escucha tú a mí, hay mucha gente
Papá.
de otros mundos que para ellos no es normal que tú digas eso, ¿me entiendes?
Mamá, huevo.
Los muchachos están ahí, sí. Deja eso,
Papá, ya perdí el control.
el control.
Mamá, huevo.
No, voy a regalar mejor ese play. Y aprovechando, también vamos a regalar.
Bella puti. Esa buena, Mari.
Sí, tengo que...
Venga.
¡Au, baby! Anyways, vamos a hacer hoy el video de I make the face, you make the sound. En español es yo hago la cara, tú haces el sonido.
Me quejaría por mi rutina, pero hace tiempo de por lo que hoy tengo.
Venga, la María 99, ¿de dónde vengo?
¿Sabes qué tienen en común?
¿Qué?
Que sí.
¿Qué? No escucho maricas.
¿Sabes qué tienen?
Amorcito,
¡Ay,
ya me voy a mi
Brazuca!
trabajo. Te amo.
Ok, amor, cuídate
no,
mucho, mi
no,
melocotón.
no.
No llegues tan tarde.
Ah, un melocotón. Sí,
Bueno,
verás,
jefe,
no, amigo.
ya me voy a
Mira
mi
ese
casa.
piñudo.
Espera,
Alguien
siempre me
era.
has gustado, melocotón. ¿No quieres que te haga un trato especial?
Jefe,
Tarda.
por favor. Yo soy una mujer casada. No puedo hacer estas cosas.
Piénsalo bien. Te daré $20,000 a cambio.
¿Ah?
¿Te gustó?
Estoy
Mira, que
mareada
puso
y
la
adolorida. Dame mis $20,000 para irme ya.
Tranquila, ya el dinero está depositado en tu cuenta. ¿Qué pasó, amor? Es súper tarde. ¿Dónde estabas? Me tenías preocupado.
Tenía mucho trabajo, amor. No pude salir antes.
Sí,
De verdad me asusté. Pensé que algo te había pasado.
Tranquilo, ya estoy en casa. Además, gané un sorteo del trabajo y me dieron
la besé, no la
$20,000. Por eso me demoré.
$20,000 en
¿Qué?
sorteo hizo
¿En
la
serio te
perra.
ganaste $20,000?
Ah.
Eso es increíble.
Chazuca.
¡Estoy embarazada!
¿En serio, amor?
Y sale-
No lo
y sale-
puedo
y sale-
creer.
y sale
Estoy
Pimento.
superemocionado. Voy a ser papá.
Pimento
Una
es
naranjita
cierto.
viene en camino. Sí, por favor. Necesitamos una ambulancia urgente. Mi esposa, ella está embarazada. Tiene dolores muy fuertes. Ya casi nace el bebé. Vengan rápido, por favor.
Mucho, ya viene.
Ya es el día. Por fin conoceremos a nuestro bebé.
Tengo miedo, mucho miedo. ¿Y si pasa algo que no te gusta?
Tranquila, pase lo que pase, yo siempre te amaré. Ya puede pasar para conocer a su hijo. ¡Ah, qué emoción! Voy a conocer a mi naranjín. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Por qué mi hijo es un ají morrón rojo? No puedo creer que me hayas hecho esto.
Escúchame.
¡Suéltame! ¡No me toques! No quiero saber nada de ti, ni del bebé. ¡Nada! ¡Ese maldito ají me las pagará por haberme destruido mi familia!
¡No!
¡Abre esta puerta, cobarde!
Parte
¡Sé muy
dos.
bien que estás allá adentro!
Ah, yo quiero ver la parte 2. No, no hay parte 2.
Si te casas conmigo por 30 días, te daré $1,000,000 y una casa.
¿Estás hablando en serio?
Mejor lo voy a dejar en YouTube. Que Twitch tiene mucha publicidad, güey.
The Predator Orion 7000 PC.
Mami, $1,000,000 y una casa. Mami, mira esto.
Dios mío, esto parece un sueño. Nunca había visto algo así.
Acostúmbrate, mi reina. Esto puede ser tuyo. Ve a la habitación y elige ropa nueva. Esta noche te presentaré a mi familia.
Sí, mi ajicito, digo, señor, voy ahora mismo. Nunca imaginé tocar algo así. ¿Tan bonita? ¿Será que esta vida sí es para mí? ¿Y esta quién es?
Mi esposa.
Mucho gusto. ¿Esposa? ¿De la calle directo a la mesa o cómo? Respete a mi mami, ¿o yo? ¿Cómo te atreves a traer a una mendiga a esta lujosa mansión?
Ella se queda y punto, mamá.
No se preocupe, yo sé de dónde vengo, pero también sé lo que valgo. Vámonos, hijo. Dime la verdad, ¿por qué haces todo esto?
Porque necesito una esposa para recibir mi herencia.
¿Y yo solo soy eso? ¿Un papel?
Si todo sale bien, saldremos ganando los dos.
Todo esto es por ti, mi granadillita.
Granadillita.
Voy a pelear por nuestro futuro. ¿Ajicito?
Buenos días. Quería disculparme por lo de ayer. Esto es para ti.
¿Flores para mí?
Quería verte sonreír desde temprano.
No sé si esto te guste. No es comida fina.
Si lo hiciste tú, seguro está perfecto.
Tú sí sabes tratar a una fruta.
No hablo bonito, hablo lo que siento. Al principio solo eras parte del plan. Ahora no puedo dejar de pensarte, mi granadilla. No pensé que esto pasaría.
¿Qué cosa?
Enamorarme de ti, de verdad.
¿Qué hace aquí? Escucha bien, granadilla. Si sabes lo que te conviene, te vas de esta casa. Yo no le tengo miedo. Deberías, y ni se te ocurra decirle una sola palabra a mi ajicito. No me voy a ir. Entonces prepárate, porque tú y tu hijo se van a arrepentir de haber puesto un pie en mi casa.
Si te casas conmigo por 30 días, te daré $1,000,000 y una casa.
¿Estás hablando en serio? Mírate, no haces más que comer basura y ver la tele todo el día. ¡Qué patético!
Tranquila, cariño. No seas aguafiestas. Tú verás cuánto aguanto así.
Voy al gimnasio. Necesito rodearme de gente que sí se cuide. Ojalá volviera a estar en forma.
¡Wow! Estás increíble. Deberías dar...
Cristian,
¿Qué?
pues contéstame, hijo de la gran.
That's crazy to say with someone who has the accolades of this man. Apex Still shooting hard for the old man.
¿Qué está pasando con el internet,
Game
marica?
leader, he's more than that.
Se va y
He's a
viene, se va y
captain,
viene.
a strategist.
He's a leader.
Yeah, he is the engine room of this squad, right? He's the enforcer when times are
Ay,
tough.
no. Mira cómo sueña. Uy.
Right
La garotiña.
of players. They don't have lightning in a bottle. They've got a sustained thunderstorm.
Como marica, como pegan tan fácil. Mira eso. Una mosca, dos moscas, tres moscas.
The ESL Grand Slam, Astralis, Liquid, Na'Vi, FaZe,
No, no, esa que llora, güey.
and they're looking to conquer it twice.
Oh,
Nico here for
se
Spirit.
imagina que empaten
Maybe
2
a
a
little bit
2.
of long control, but this will count for nothing. They will be swept under the rug swiftly.
Sacaba para las 5
Guns will
eso.
be coming out in the next, and this is one of the maps that they've definitely made their home turf, somewhere that also Tanir has been comfortable making his moves. I need to see Dom
Ah, ese mapa de
show us some of that.
Vitality, eso queda 3-0, güey.
Or try and test a battle hardened, right? He's a beast, he's a monster.
Ya como cagados
His
ya
team needs
Spirit,
him
¿no?
now.
Ah, es que Vitality juega mucho.
So the Eco dealt with the guns now equipped. Focusing on some of this, not pattern calling, but tendencies that they've been showing throughout the tournament. The crisscross smokes, how they're able to play off of the different looks. Vitality will have studied all of those. Just going through the motions. Donk and Zontix will be gifted lower tunnels, but there'll be nade damage. Apex trying to slow down the cat roll with that incendiary. Holds onto his HE. Donk is closer than he might be suspecting right now.
He knows a lot of their strategies revolve around this Xbox lineup. It's
No.
Zontix that stomachs the hate.
Qué granadota, güey. Mamá, yo tata. Otra tata.
Picks up an extra one left in CT.
No surprise there. The reason his util damage is so high is, well, two factors. One,
24 será la María. ¿De dónde vengo? Oli, ¿qué pasa con el cable? ¿Ya lo tiene una?
they funnel them to the man because of the positions he plays. Flamesy, Burrows.
¿Qué cable?
This is
Ah,
gonna be
no.
tough for Tanir, Donk, and Shiro to break
De
without
pronto
flash.
mañana voy.
Chef's
De
kiss.
pronto, o sea, de
The
pronto.
incendiary. You're not ready for this? No, at
Sí, igual.
all. The sound cue gave them that
Es que
full
como salió
sense of
volando.
security. Flamesy kept humble to 1.
Igual sí tenemos
Simon's
que ir
angle.
allá.
Ooh, nice shot out of Donk. That's his second contribution. It's Apex that's under pressure from the short
Y lo
side.
mata
He
aún
gets
así,
two.
loco.
Completely
Que
nullifies
tiene una
both of them on the
suerte.
short. Smoke for the cross in a 2-on-2. Robs is going to be mantling up. It's Messi playing close to the smoke.
Should be able to plant safely here. Defensive smoke into the site. Bomb will go down.
No, pero quedan los dos mejores de Spirit.
Perfectly. Robs gets out.
Ah, no, pero si dos no va. Si dos no. No, ya, váyanse para la casa. Si dos no nos mata, no dispara, pues está movido.
There from Apex. Understand
Yeah, Rots
Flamesy,
is
he's the
jugando
one
muy
that
bien.
caused the chaos. Donk, massive trade.
Véalo,
The
véalo.
bigger is the shot on his own. That opens up the avenue for the split. So this is how it kicked off. It's all Apex on the side getting a multi-kill. He has had some
Pero es que
really
no le-
important moments, especially early on in half.
Rots, marica, prácticamente carrió y todos los mapas, güey.
That is going to have to just be the partial
Está
investment
pero
now, and
insano,
he
güey.
plays a Mr. Cool in pursuit of the third ESL Grand Slam. And with the form he was in Rotterdam and the form that he's been showing in this final so far, before we made it into map number 3, he was already 52 kills deep. Tippy top of the server without a doubt.
I mean, that's one of the factors with Robs.
Hopefully.
It feels like when the pressure's at its
Pero era
highest,
scout.
when legacy's at stake, he finds another
50.
level.
Actually invested a little bit more. Donk has an AK right now. It was a tag early from the scouts, so this one, there's a bit of intrigue about it.
Opportunity Shiro as well. He had the scout primed. So now you've got the
Casi,
coordinates of Zywoo's orb. Donk feels like he can
Casi,
take up that space.
Casi, ya.
Por un pixel, güey.
Limited util for the finish right
Por
now.
un pixel de rana calva.
I know it's still very early stages in the round, but regardless, it's just a handful of smokes, and one of them's been thrown out for the mid to B.
Ahí vas ya, por favor.
He's going to go for a sweep. Facilitated by Apex Util. Oh, smoke, they're pushing. Zywoo caught off. Does adjust.
Uno
Finds
salvó.
Magics with the trade
No,
from
no.
Donk there. It's Flamesy that's the
Ah,
problem.
no.
Just tapping heads. Crushed our spirit.
No, marica, ya le estás metiendo la
Just
picha.
Zontix, a nice shot on the Deagle, finishes what she
Como tan fácil, ¿no? Mira. Uy.
Stunning. A third asking too much.
It's starting to heat up there. Good damage done. When you make that type of investment, that's what you're hoping for. The plant, that would have helped out. Make sure everybody has AKs going into this, but regardless, that was a partial. I know it looked threatening, and they're fortunate that it was. This was great from Flames. He gets there in time. The flash, the shots, and everything still on this push. You think Zywoo is getting caught off, still finds that opening kill, but now both snipers with their weapons of choice. Shiro has his. Zywoo trying more wall bangs. We've been seeing plenty of that.
Oh, how about that one? Full blind. Shiro catches Flamesy, overextending on the long corner. First blood drawn. You've got to make the most of this now. Shiro's given you a gift of an opening.
Flashes were good, but Shiro just the perfect timing.
HE still breaks. Catches a glimpse of Magix towards the Xbox, or at least audible. Now Apex going to sweep on through short. Shiro looking the wrong way, loses his head to Apex on the aggression.
Now Mezzy.
Yeah, you'd think that would be it. You'd think the aggression is done.
Oh, he's backing off. I'm going to give one back. Rob pushes up at tunnels. They just keep moving.
They're always moving. It's so brutal for Spirit. They're getting clamped in on.
They won't expect this.
Surrounded. Back turned. Don't get away on a scrap
Ay,
of health.
se pasó ahí.
Force a decision as Apex through the smoke catches Zontix. Trade available. Good from Magix.
He's open. Tanir's taking it.
Yeah, he has, but the bomb's still on catwalk. It's a weird dynamic now.
No se lo espera este. Ahora sí ya. Oh, el timing, no lo espero. Uy, no, no. No le parece que tuviera igual, marica. Qué mal parido, weón. Pareciera que tuviera igual que supiera top 2, weón. Mira ese otro huevón. No, marica, es que... pierden unas rondas.
And for Donk, he doesn't have the health to come up clutch. Maybe he does.
Uf.
Maybe all he needs is
Uy.
14,
Uy.
versus Donk in the 1v1.
Ay, no.
Overwhelmed, picks up the M4 to clutch up.
Zywoo, cheater.
Tanir's taken plat control and then he's jumped off of plat.
Zywoo, cheater.
And in that moment, a step has to have been made because Zywoo went from not having awareness to
Hey,
being
bueno,
a little bit sure that there is that
¿no?
possibility.
Oh, what an opportunity.
So 5-0, the scoreline reads, remember 16 straight Vitality's Dust 2 right now. I can't possibly put into words how insane that they have a 44-4 record on this map. This is Dust 2. This map is almost as old as the game.
And everyone can play Dust 2.
This is it, right? The fact that they are able to show such a pedigree on this map, it is absolutely insane. Right now, with the cushion of a 5-0 start, what you likely see happen is a few more risks, a few more pushes that they were just doing in the last. Shiro's going to be pulling his hair out. Think about those flamesy door pushes. You didn't even get your chance to play your T rounds on Nuke because they were unraveling you at the start of these.
Yeah. Again from Shiro. Back to back. This time it's Apex that skull is cracked.
Well, this man's had a chance tonight. Tempted to stop face.
Uy.
Extends their advantage. Catches Zywoo and Walkabout short side.
Okay, so a two-man advantage.
Don está tratando de remontar, pero no.
We'll go back to Mirage. This is just to get on the board. You can't be fumbling this one. Bomb down outside upper tunnels. A fake, double nades in. Good information available
double
now.
nade.
Pivoting quickly. Rops is on the site. Donk has the rotation. Zontix is going to pick up that bomb. Oh, Donk, he's going to allow this. The cross? No.
Donk, open.
So now all that pressure once again on Robin Cool.
No, le pegó a todos.
Three players asking questions of his side. Mezzy trying to lend a hand. Down he goes.
Qué timing.
Looking good. Spirit to convert this. They've just got to get past Mezzy.
1v3. Bueno, por fin la primera planta, mi rey, para que quitamos armas. Comenzando como un sueño, weón.
Sí, bueno.
That is not a weapon that Shiro will have, but might not be necessary if he's hitting shots like this. Look, seeing Shiro go for opening moves on the CT side with the AWP is one thing. Seeing him take that long fight is another.
Un milisegundo, madre, que se pierda el humo.
Because we know how talented this guy is, but he's an AWPer that does it more by the book. So this is great and important. You've got nothing to lose. Your two maps down.
Want to talk about by the book? They were going to go for that quick B pop.
Cross B.
Block smoke might change their plan.
Cross
but
B
Messi has
decía.
burrowed deep into lower tunnels.
It's the CT buy that you have to focus on. Look how brittle it is. 2 MP9s and a FAMAS.
The flash works out, but not able to profit is Messi.
This is a break point right now. Spirit, if you can take this one, it's going to be worth 2. Better buy for the attack. Another smoke will be called out to the upper tunnels. Only one remains. Juggled now, Messi boosting up to deal to the mid to B. Essentially means they're hedging a little bit more towards A. And obviously Messi can contribute with this, but it is going to be the B split. It's a FAMAS. This is tough for Robs.
Crisscross denies along the
Procedo a reclinarme en la silla y a ver bien.
Wow, so does Donk.
Donk le mete una a Messi. Y vino Lionel. Oh shit. ¿Remonta Spirit o qué? ¿Vos qué decís? No. Es que se ha huevonado. Ve que el humo ya va a acabar y pasa.
Tania in lower tunnels. Flamesy trying to find a bit of space. Now, for him, he'd love to get an upgrade, but if he can also act as a bit of a bodyguard so Zawu can hold on to this AWP, an early beacon of information, because they are starting to trundle towards the backyard. Flamesy will have contact.
Dice, Spirit le da o no le da?
Continue on this trajectory, and they're noisy.
Está escondido en la esquina, güey. No lo van a revisar.
Yeah, well, they want to start building their bank on the T side as well.
Pero Zawu, ¿por qué no la revisaron, güey? Se cagaron encima.
Away from demise, but they will guarantee to the tally, and again, showing they're not just going to roll over and give this one for free. Zawu does take the break of Donk, who just overstepped the mark.
Murió Donk.
But all in all,
Eterno profesor.
having a deep conversation regarding what comes next. So tough with the FAMAS, but not only that, you're essentially in a 4-1 setup. They were playing somewhat for the mid to B, but just not on that side of the ground. So Zawu, you had your moments throughout. You've got the AWP saved.
And they're coming your way. Magix and Donk out long early, and the bomb's going to join them. Zontix, he's going to be responsible for this potential flank.
Flamesy pushed the molly. Took an awful lot of damage here, but has some space.
They swap responsibilities.
Oh, Molly missed.
La tira mal. No, ahí van a morir varios, pues van a morir varios. No le digo yo. Ah, es que la cagan todo, güey. Muere mínimo otro, güey. ¿Yo? No. Qué locura, pana. Por no tirar bien la utilidad, güey. Son profesionales, güey. Solo se espera de uno como un puto bot, pero un profesional que le pagan para que juegue.
Nice play from Zontix, and he surges forward towards CT. Messi doesn't have anything, just a P2000 to his name, calling for backup. Flamesy can lend a hand. And that's the Zontix positioning rewarded. Now Robs is 5'7", doesn't have the weapon for this kind of range, but he does now. Picks up the AK. Oh, he has the chance onto Zontix. Threatening, no doubt about it. Zontix gets a firm pat on the back. 3 kills, saves Spirit and converts it.
That's one right there for Zontix. Him playing in the smoke on the fade, he understands he has to make a move. And sure, it's just against the saved AWP and some very light upgrades, but that one was still extremely tense. It's a 2-round game, 5-3 the scoreline reads. The guns do come back in. Zawu is just going to have to function forward with a scout. So now it's Shiro who has the advantage regarding the sniper department. Very good B spawns available for Spirit, but unlikely they're just going to want to run straight into this. Donk again. This time it's the opening kill, not the closing of the round. And Zawu, you can see him starting to go from strength to strength in this, dropping down to spawn. Flamesy probably can't quite believe how that one unfolds. There won't be a defuse kit unless Zawu buys one. That was obviously from Vitality. Still tense out there regardless of that 2-map lead.
They're going B. 2 of them here. Messi trying to control the sprint into the meat grinder. One back from the AWP. Tracks on the drop down.
Espera el humo, no te entres. Ah, puta. Ah, son muy buenos, marica.
Robs, Mezzi, Zywoo, Apex, everyone quick to attend to the pace change on B.
Blink and you miss it. This is such a tough opportunity now for Magix. The bomb down in enemy territory. He's just been smoked off. There's another one on Apex to lob in again. Zywoo is jump spotting for the potential mid to B. Magix can't do anything until this smoke fades. He can't play forward. He has to wait for it to be removed. Then that's another port of call that they have to worry about on the Vitality side. But he has time on his side.
Another one, even.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with that, you just keep smoking upper tunnels. There's no way. There is absolutely no way. Spirit, just as they started to get things going, they went for the crazy maneuver of that B-pop, the high-low setup. Completely shunts them out of this one, and this will be the 6th for Vitality now. Apex, the vacuum cleaner, picking up what he can. Just discussing the road to this point and how much of a catalyst Rio was once upon a time for Vitality, back before that last major victory. Looking to go for their 2nd title in Rio, but it's all about the ESL Grand Slam. In Dallas last year, a win over Mouse. Season 22, a win over Falcons of EPL.
Está cambiando la skin y todo.
Necessary component. You need a Krakow clone if you want to get this one done, and they pick that up over Furia. Now it's Spirit's turn. And everybody in the Counter-Strike world at the moment seems to be taking turns at being the contender to try and take them down. At different points in the last 6 months, you're going, okay, well, Furia, they had a good streak at the tail end of 2025. Going, okay, well, Na'Vi, they're looking pretty good. Spirit now, they find some form, they have Donk, that's why they're always in the conversation.
And speaking of, Donk has taken this early contact walk through short. Could potentially catch timings. We've seen multiple players on that ramp get caught juggling nades, but never mind, they will announce it. Pulls the attention of Flamesy. Vision obscured on CT. Zywoo and Robs tending to mid. Does have that palm flash. Apex hoping for a chunky HE on a timing.
It's such a gamble setup that you're assuming nobody's going to come out long. Right? This setup right here is so risky, but I guess because you have a buffer of rounds, you feel you're reading the play, and Apex tends to have a good read on his opponent. So will it come back to bite them? Doesn't look great. Tanir and Zontix starting to make waves out long, or at least just Tanir. Zontix shifting back. He just left the upper tunnels, and now he jaunts over again while this block smoke on short is up.
He hasn't even poked his nose out long yet.
Zywoo has a flash on the fade of this short smoke. Does he want to use it or no? Drawn for the mid to B.
Shiro should have something here on the sweep. Jump up.
No, es que no le digo que hace unas cagadonas.
Shiro back, and now long, just in time, Zywoo tends to it. Tanir gets nothing. It has to be B. Mezzi and Robs realize that too.
Hay dos en B, ¿no, Gigi?
And just drops into sight in time, confirms Zontix's approach. Robs clean with it, finds the headshot. Donk back with one. It's a head-to-head duel. Robs versus Donk.
Donk salvando la papeleta, pero la bomba ¿dónde está? Ahora tiene él.
He has to punch it in right here, right now.
No lo deja plantar. Qué buenos que son, weón. Son muy buenos, Mary.
7th round. Closer and closer to glory. Vitality edge.
Messi, la goja Messi.
Such a late call. It looked like they were definitely going to be heading back to A, but when that block smoke came in late towards short, Zontix was in T-spawn. I thought he was grouping up with the team to finish for this A split. They send him back for the B split, and right now it's just back to the pistol. So Spirit can't sink their teeth into this one. It's been a strong map for them this year. They've only lost it once. That was to Astralis back at EPO. Otherwise, it's all green. But Vitality, they haven't lost it in 16 consecutive and looking to make it 17. It's just the numbers, right? We're talking about these accolades, these records.
At this point, Vitality, they're just competing with themselves.
This one's only going to go one way. No pace in it. Sean, there's a couple of smokes and a flash. You have to catch a timing, but look at the radar. It's that net of blue. Nobody's overextending. They're all playing for A right now. Zaiwu with the AWP gets to lock down long. That means the two rifles get to mow them as they come running out. And there goes a HE.
Yeah, looks like it's going to do significant damage. Just dunks onto Zontix. Apex unloads. Zaiwu racks them up. It doesn't get better. 5 kills between the two Frenchmen.
Siempre el juego tan fácil, weón. Y vaya hágalo, uno pues vaya hágalo.
And they are going to take a timeout. Sotvic on the mic. Would love to see a fourth before we swap
No,
sides.
pobre Don.
So close. And a lot of these first halves up until this point. The inevitability of Vitality. Ask the Counter-Strike world about it. This has been the conversation now for well over a year. 2025.
Sí, ojalá sea 3-0 para irme a echarme un sueñito y me conecto la noche a jugar.
Zaiwu with 16 frags, Apex 12. It is the French who are putting the hammer down.
Mira cómo hacen, cómo controlan un spray perfecto.
You got to enjoy it while you have it, and that's something that Apex is very cognizant of, something that he's made his team very aware of.
Es un mapa muy CT.
Like this only comes around once in a lifetime. Win while you can, as much as you can. Double AWPs, Rops.
Doble AWP, weón.
He's looking for that lurk. Looking for Zontix. He's drawn the line in the sand on the pixel.
El timing lo es todo acá en esa ronda.
One overstep, and you've given up.
No, Zaiwu está carriendo.
The only thing going against Vitality in this round is the fact that they have lost long. But Rops alleviates that pressure and...
Se durmió. Vio el minimapa. Eso pasa mucho, marica. Un milisegundo que uno suba al ojo a ver el minimapa. ¡Puff!
Para que tiraran igual esa gente, ¿cierto?
Doesn't skip a beat. Warp of Zaiwu going to try and hover back.
Se esperan todas las cosas, güey.
Join Mezzi for the B defense, but it's all about an A split. The bomb's out long on Shiro. Zontix just gotten past that line of sight. Oh, that's come too easy. A flash and a sweep.
Like that. Now from the short side, Zontix. Oh, actually safe from... No, heavy nade damage. Well, flash though. Tenir advancing the flash push.
No, mira eso. No.
All three for Flames. As he mantles up, evades, jumps straight into Zontix.
Bueno, 2 para 2.
Combining for a threat. Apex finding Zontix, puts it all onto the shoulders of Donk to try and end this, but the bomb is on long.
He
has to go, and now.
But if he goes and drops, Zaiwu's got him dead to rights.
Y la bomba se dropea, ¿no?
Gets the info and he rots the clock. He knows what's up.
Ese es muy bueno.
Surely time against him. Apex just has to do it. He can't.
No le da tiempo, no le da tiempo. Tiene que ir a matarlo. Tiene que ir a matarlo. Se lo espera, se lo espera. Es muy bueno ese chino, marica. Vamos, Tom. Es muy bueno el chino, weón. Ahí sí o sí tenía que darle metido el headshot, weón. Porque si lo matan a spray pierde el tiempo.
Pegó muy bien ese peladito.
Una le metí. Mayota acá. Casi uno ahí en esos 2 minutos y no pueden hablar, ¿verdad? Que no hablan, ¿no? No, como que no pueden hablar, no pueden... Pero, ¿cómo se dice? Preparar alguna jugada.
Sin controles, ¿qué les está hablando?
Ah, mira que no hablan entre ellos. Ay,
¿Es
sí.
el coach que está hablando?
Pero es que mira ese capitán y mira los otros. Si mira la diferencia, es que desde ahí se gana todo, weón. El capitán, en cambio, el capitán de Spirit es el gordo de ese Magis. ¿Qué ánimo le va a dar un gordo de eso a uno, weón?
Qué guerrero.
A la tía lesbiana.
Spirit put up a fight, maps 1, maps 2, but in this best of 5 final, the third does too, and we thought we'd have more of a fight. Spirit given a gift of a 4th round, all they have to their name, thanks to a donk clutch in the last few seconds of that 12th round. Is this the map where Vitality...
Those lower tunnels, the bomb is outside upper B, but it's all going to be a bit of a fake right now. They take this long space.
Está pasando con internet, weón.
He's going uncleared. Oh, head spotted.
Oh, he got just enough of a spot onto Zontix. He clears him.
Oh,
That's going to sell it. The whole team are here. Spots another.
Mira eso, mira eso. Mira eso, para que los mata como moscos. Ah, como los barren, marica, tan fácil.
They want A, they want B, they want the whole damn thing.
Oh, a pistol that exemplifies their dominance.
The devil in the
Ahí es
details.
capitán contra capitán.
Everything looking perfect.
¿Quién ganará? Yo creo que el capitán.
Ah, lo que es mucho mejor que la USP.
Sí, ganó.
I think it's dawning on you
O sea,
now,
lo que es insana, weón.
Resistance is futile.
A correr, pero manteniendo
Question coming
posiciones.
into Rio, can anybody stop them? This is a resounding no. The top of his dome just spotted their flames. Mezzi, Marauders on that A site. We don't split the pistols on this one. Zontix can't quite believe it.
Otro que llora, claro.
It'll be the
Tan
eco.
estresado, marica.
Donkin with a dig, the rest on the USPs.
Que marica tuvieron pa' mínimo haber ganado un mapa, weón.
Feels too little too late.
El Mirage tenía para ganarlo. Un error tal. El Nuke tenía para ganarlo.
The writing's on the wall.
This head to head, about to become 6 straight series for
Pero sí está
Vitality.
parando muy sal.
And
Magis
that
no ha
kicked
hecho
off
un culo, weón.
when their era did.
En la
IEM
pasada
Katowice
tampoco.
2025. Their announcement of intent to the Counter-Strike world and what was to follow, unprecedented. And every time since then, these two teams have done battle. It's been in the playoffs. It's taken that long before we've got them
Totem, algo así.
in
No sé
another
si lo oyen.
grand final against one another. Things are a whole lot different this time round. A new in-game leader. A new piece to bolster the firepower. And a couple of easy frags there for Zywoo. Running through the flames. Shiro will trade.
Antes dice que
Zico.
Easy Frags.
Handily dealt
Mal
with.
pari.
Apex controls the
Bien.
rotation as
El narrador.
will get planted on B. Just Magics and Zontix with these USPs to try and kick up a bit of a fuss, but this is double digits. No doubt about it.
Y tampoco, igual la siguiente también les va a tocar hacer eco.
No.
Comfortable.
Me queda, consigue 3700, no le alcanzó.
It's all
con
about this
culo.
next round to play.
Tiene que comprar solo arma.
Be a fight.
La van a dropear la M4. Ya.
Or will Spirit just be added to that long list of teams that couldn't?
Todos tienen 4500 menos.
This is it. 2026. They've only lost to one team twice.
Oh,
Falcons will be
una fava.
standing and in the group stage of Rio. Otherwise, Their winning record is absolutely insane.
Han tracado, no, pero.
It's absolutely bonkers. Zywoo
Chairo.
catches a whiff,
No,
catches
pero
Shiro with a
disparar,
scalpel, it's
hueva.
and nearly hit the follow-on
No.
through.
Es que la diferencia de nivel es absurda, güey. Ah, son muy buenos, güey.
Aquí iba a fichar el.
My God, now Dong's catching flag.
Acá
through the
arriba.
circles.
No se arrancan los pelos con ese primera ahí.
Surely Shiro once known about.
Todo cagando en bolsa, marica.
Donk one's unconfirmed, but two very brittle players, and the two that
No,
you
pobrecito.
turn to if your Spirit. Magic's at Rio, this rotating rifle position, he's looked comfy, but that's because
Ya el moño que tiene de man es como gay, ¿no?
the first gun round, that's what's limited.
Tiene todo rosado, el teclado rosado.
Entonces sí.
¿Cómo lo quita?
Orps in the right place
como
at least, that
Cristian.
HE.
Usted no tiene nada
finds the
rosado.
targets.
Le gusta la verga, pero no.
Apex down. He caught
Los
by
bobaditos,
Robs,
¿no?
surging
Oh,
forward
no
into
más.
the side. You've got Magic's playing around the smoke, hoping to catch a little something. A misthrown Molotov, but cleared by Flamesy. It's not the orb of all things. Makes it work onto Magic's. Now that bomb ticket in favor of
Mira,
Vitality,
es que
edging
Flames
closer
con
to
AP
an
en vez
ESL
de
Grand
Zywoo.
Slam,
That'll be the save.
to
But
a trophy in the
Ah,
cabinet.
GG. 11-4, la otra no tiene plata.
Can't get anything going.
12-4.
oh, you are just being smothered. Gonna sit and take part in this, but you know which way it's going. Rob
Ay,
secures the
Dios.
round. That's 11, and you have to pass.
Joder, que torneo tan fácil ganaron, weón.
Sí, marica.
This is their home. They don't feel more
Es que no hay ni un equipo que le pelea, weón.
the grand finals.
Mira ese otro cara de verga.
Los dos
¿Cómo no?
están viendo para
Pero,
allá.
¿cómo no lo va a ver ahí, weón? Si no viene de larga.
What we're witnessing.
Mira, dice, pero, ¿what?
This dominance doesn't come around often.
Oh,
No.
yeah. It just gets better and better.
Crush at your own barrel.
Le dio.
Magic. Don't go least
That's-
across. They'll have
Sí,
a body
bueno.
on B, but
It's a light
Es que
investment.
se
and you
tenía
can't even
también
keep
4-3
five
y el
alive.
Manchester es
That's just
14.
crossing to the site. This is
it's a spectacle to behold.
Yo lo he dicho. Ah, no hay que armar otro equipo. El único bueno es Chairo y
Vitality
Don.
have on that number one spot. No one comes close.
I know the last player's beat. So this one will be done. Rops contains upper tunnels. Maybe he goes down, but Mezzi will grab the bomb. He'll take it towards A. Donk's going to get that frag.
Yo pensé que el equipo de Mones iba a fichar a Dom.
Scoops up the AK. And Apex is
Ah,
already
es que
taking
Don
space
te
over
vale mucho
towards B.
billete, weón.
Zywoo is going to trundle through T-spawn to block the escape route.
Creo que van a fichar a Carrigan.
Gotten off, and you don't really want to give that AWP over.
Carrigan.
Shiro will be able to buy one in the next either way with the 3400, but the score
¿Eso han dicho? No
is
sé.
12-4. As you can just see how helpless Spirit are. Again, turning to the fact that this is statistically their best map.
And look at the contrast.
It's about to become
¿Es la lección de Spirit? Uy, no,
45th win on Dust 2.
El Dust 2, sí.
17th consecutive win on Dust 2.
Qué suerte,
Just the
perro.
amount of
Qué suerte.
records that you need to list off as Dom.
Oh.
He will get to hold on to the AK. And I don't think you're too worried about that if you are Apex, the leader
Sí,
of
como
men.
putan a Apex. Fuck you,
This
Apex.
team changing our expectations of what's possible.
Ah, me la chapulinearon.
One round is all that separates you from achieving what
¿Cómo
no
hace?
other Counter-Strike team has done before.
Como
5
que sí,
frags.
sí pega.
It could be right here and right now. Tanir tasked with holding on to Long and just standing
Ya,
in the
ustedes
flame,
trancó
open
toda
to
la
that
bola.
overextension. It's not rewarded.
Totem.
Pro boosted up.
Ya comenzaron las jugadas ricas.
Apex on the mantle up. Actually
Pero ¿y el
catches a
sniper
glimpse
qué
of
está
Magics.
haciendo? Si lo están busteando, ¿por qué no está
Down to
holdeando?
half.
Está busteando y se
Now
está viendo la
Smoke
pared.
Zontics considering
No,
aggression.
fue puta madre. ¿Qué le digo que?
Mantles up. Robs relays.
Nothing jarring to this default whatsoever. Full mid control. Short space if they want it. The impending doom.
Marica, por un momento pensé que no se esté saltando Megis, marica,
Look
eso es
at
lo que
Flamesy.
es.
Straight through.
Plays ahead. Not afraid of that.
Not at all. But Zontix onto Rops is a start. You've given yourself the advantage. You're pushing for the info. Going to be relaying that upper tons is clear.
Shoot everything that moves.
Esta es la ronda del
Still,
millón
mid
de
to B
dólares.
split available. Sure, but Prong not available through upper
Qué
tunnels
locura, ¿no?
unless Apex finds
Puta,
this
que
gap.
uno se gane
Zontix
todo
has
ese
to play
billete por
them
jugar,
down.
güey.
He can't keep
Es
pushing.
el sueño de
He needs to
todo el
watch
mundo.
upper tunnels. Apex should be dead to rights.
Yeah, it should be a guaranteed frag. Zontix is positionally played him like a fiddle.
But now you accelerate into Donk. Try and
No, no
isolate this
todavía
while
no.
Zontix is not a part of it.
Todavía
Running
tiene
at
un
him.
poquito más de
Donk
vida.
throws the block smoke. They're going to flash and go. Layering them through. Donk anti. He reads them well. Nails the
Se
first.
secó el
finds
mismo.
Flamesy. Solid in defense. Just Messi bringing him down, but Zontix unknown towards the tunnels.
Messi, no el Lionel.
Gonna push him. All of them's gonna overwhelm.
Se
and
tragó la
deny
mola
the
para
first
ganarlo.
of many.
Okay, Zontix up to 13 frags there.
Nice. Digan, Yutong.
Keeps them in it for a moment
Nice.
longer.
No, ese ya no dicen nada, están aburridos.
How many more times are you
No,
going to be able
estás
to
que se
pull
van de ahí
that
ya,
off?
güey.
As soon as you get some good long spawns for Vitality, I'm sure you're just going to pull the rip.
Están que se desaparecen, güey.
Think about how many opportunities you
Tienen
had.
una cara de felicidad
Had
para la
8, now you
ronda.
get 7. I'll take those chances.
Ay, marica.
For me, this is the greatest Counter-Strike team of all time, but there is still a debate.
Lo mata, ahí mata a Chairo. Ah. Que Chairo está como huevoneado con el sniper también, güey.
Shiro crosses
Ay.
late.
Tried their hand.
Doble
out more,
sniper.
but
Ah, no.
Donk's fired off a shot. Shiro will too.
GG. Nah, me la chapulinearon.
Repositioning Donk elsewhere.
Buah, si tengo sueño, güey.
Hot shot through the smoke. Sam's got a good idea as to where Shiro occupies and the fact they're right next to each other. Donk's going to be trying to cheat over to B just in time before the fade of the smoke.
Ahí le doy primero la cabeza a ese güey. Ah, pero me va a apuntar.
Shiro remains stalwart on the midline. And doesn't
Oh,
hit
lo
the
valió.
shot necessary top mid.
Caja gorda.
Donk over the top of the smoke, hoping to get another pick onto Robs. That translated into Spirit's fifth.
Defending a mid to B with an AWP.
No queda
this
tiempo,
is not
marica.
gonna
Van a
be easy. He
ejecutar
misses
ya.
the first, they're
Eso
gonna be able
dura
to
20
scale.
segundos.
This B defense is in so much trouble.
Tienen que entrar ya.
Who's going to get that first? Vitality right there for the taking now.
Uf,
Flash
que
off
mira
the
la
line,
flash que le
Donk
alcanza a
taken
dar
through the doors.
desde mid y le
Zontix and
alcanza
Donk
ahí.
versus 5 members of Vitality, and they won the gold.
Donk.
Into the side
El
now,
de mid,
awkward for
lo mata el de
Donk,
mid.
forced to fall back. Robs brings him
No,
down.
GG.
The bomb site
Si no lo
lost.
matabas al culo,
Zone's
mataba al
got
otro.
rotations, one from the back, nice from Tanir.
Bueno, 3
And
versus
Robs
3.
ready
A
to
ver qué.
nullify anyone through tons. It's going to all be through the B ramp.
Yo cogería la
Some
cago.
flashes. This could be instrumental on the way back in.
It has to be. Robs, however, looking to seal the deal.
Le va a tirar flash y va a
A
entrar,
cheeky
pero
flag
Rox.
late. Shiro's considering it. Bides time. Still no flashes thrown.
El
Robs
timing
ain't
se va a
gonna move.
voltear y no. ¿Yo?
Shiro.
No le digo yo. Que que timing. GG. GG. Vitality campeón. Vitality campeón. Grand Slam. $1 millón. Está imparable ese equipo. Imparable Vitality. Míralo. Money. Sí, mucho perro. Vaya, es que es $1 millón.
Another step closer to ending the greatest of all time.
Ah, muchos perros. Yo también me hago matar por $1 millón.
Record-breaking excellence. You're going to see this time and time again because
Qué buen
this team
equipo.
are showing no signs of slowing.
No, ya la lesbiana puta.
Incredible performance.
A piñudo ese marica.
Into a club all of his own.
Ah,
The
pues no te haya
solitary
visto bien.
three-time ESL Grand Slam champ.
Grand Slam Champs.
The gold standard.
O sea, lo ganaron todo.
All others measured against him. The best, the most reliable, and somehow gets better under
Y
pressure.
3-0.
Vitality team.
Dice yo.
Changing how we measure Counter-Strike. Another Rio title for the likes of Apex and ZywOo. They're 13th with this roster. The streaks, the records, they all continue.
There simply is no one better. Your IEM champions, Vitality.
Lo hacen ver tan fácil.
Oye, pero ¿y esa bandeja qué? ¿Qué es el trofeo que?
Es que son muchos torneos, marica, tienen que variar los trofeos, marica. Ellos al año juegan como 7 torneos, weón.
Pero para una bandeja. No, marica, ¿cuántos tienen ya?
Ah, ya tienen 3 mundiales, vea las estrellas que tienen. O sea, han ganado 3 mundiales y 2 Grand Slam. O sea, 2.
Al Monesi provocando al Apex.
¿Ayer?
Apex provoca. Sí,
¿Provocando a quién? ¿A Monesi?
que a mitad de la partida yo le gritaba.
Eso también les desestabiliza.
Ah, lo voy a poner, que mi hijo de puta me está gritando a cada rato.
Claro.
Lo puteo a correr.
You are the best team in the world and the results kept coming. How does it feel? Do you think this is the secret to be the best or one of the secrets?
I don't know what the secret is to work hard, to be once
Ya.
and to have this
El segundo Grand Slam, bro. Han ganado 2.
Even though we won 3-0, I was mad because we were losing so many
O sea, son 2, 3. Ah, no, mire.
Even though we won 3-0, I
El
was
décimo
mad
título.
Son 25 títulos, weón.
because I want us to be perfect all the time. It's insane.
Ha ganado 25 títulos.
Do you think they help you?
You know, it's not the first time we're getting booed somewhere or we're not loved, but it's fine. It helps me actually. I did my best playoff for the last 2 years maybe because of that. So keep booing me, please. I enjoy that, man.
Okay, besides the title, you have achieved the Grand Slam. Once again, this is insane. Could you talk about the preparation, the sacrifices, and how it feels?
Yeah, I think like we the only lineup to ever won 2 Grand Slam now. This wonderful gang won 3. He has a lot of money now. So, but yeah, we make a lot of sacrifice playing Counter Strike. We work hard. Sometimes our girlfriends are not happy because we work too hard, but
Todo bien.
we enjoy so much what we're doing, and we know
Vamos
that
a
we
la
have to
chat
have
GPT,
this
¿no?
team, and we understand
¿Quién?
each other so well. We work so well, and
El
it's
que yo digo que es
unbelievable.
bonito se
For me,
volvió,
a
¿cómo
Grand
se
Slam is
llama?
harder to win than a major. So I'm honest, there is no doubt that we are the best team of history right now.
Amazing. All right, to bring the gold bar, let's welcome Mark Winter, Director Game, Ecosystems, Counter-Strike.
Gana 4 torneos de nivel Tier 1. La IA, la SIA Pro League, etc. O sea, tiene que ganar 4 de 6.
Yes, indeed, the ESL Grand Slam.
Un premio de $1 millón.
For Vitality, this is part 2. They did it in season 5, first time around. Winning Clone 2024, Katowice 2025, ESL Pro League season.
Si Spirit le hubiera ganado, le bloquea el equipo, pero le va a dar.
Melbourne in 2025, and wow, what a ride it has been. 2 times, the official 2 times, and I'll just say it,